It's a beautiful day in the gamerhood, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? Shout about thunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers? Won't you be? Please, won't you be my gamers?
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Mr. Hobbs' Gamerhood. I am your host and game master, Jason Hobbs. Today, we will be playing Low Fantasy Gaming. All right. By Pickpocket Press, Steve Grodzicki, a favorite on the channel here. This and OSE seem to dominate. Gaming and BS, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show. Oh yeah, well, all right, I understand, man. I don't want to. Oh, so if I'm trying to talk to you, I was like, oh, does that mean my audio's not working? What's that mean? It doesn't matter. Anyway, we are in the Midlands, which is a West Marches open table game, but we have the exact same group as we had in Midlands number 21. This is Midlands number 22. I can't believe we're already at 22, to be honest, guys. Anyway, let's meet the players. Lauren, want to talk about introduce yourself and your character, sir?
Hey guys, I'm playing a fighter named Oz. Once again, he's trying to earn some money so he can start his hops farm up in with his in Vanguard. He's excited about hopefully not having to get rescued as much this time around. And if he lives, he survived one. Let's hope he can survive another.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't try to put down people rescuing you. So we want that to happen. Will.
Hey everybody, I'm Will. I am playing Queel, the Ranger, with his ever so helpful companion Owl, the Owl. And he is now second level, and he has been able to stay healthy and succeed to that by not getting into the front line of combat and letting everybody else take all the damage.
I don't know if you saw that. Gaming and BS looks like he's a follow of your stream, man. That's exciting. Simon.
Oh, hey, what's up, Gaming and BS?
Hi, I'm Simon. I'll be playing Baldwin again. Brave but slightly dopey young warrior. If he survives this session, he will be level 2. So guaranteed he won't survive.
I'm doing something wrong, guys.
Pretty much.
Something wrong. Brian.
Howdy, I'm Brian, back on Hobbs and Friends Twitch again. Happy to be here, playing the superstar of Hobbs and Friends Twitch, the Fenrir the Wonder Dog, and his sidekick with the name that no one can pronounce, the Jorfison Navit Oxford. Oh, and it's number 22.
Yeah, man. Number 22. That's right. One of my favorite numbers. 2-2. All right. So let's get into our downtime. So we started with Lauren. Let's start with Brian. How is Thorson and Fenner living?
We will live.
Northgate.
We're living like there's no tomorrow down here in Northgate. On my coin purse that has 40 Jeeps. So I think that was affluent was the term.
If it isn't, it ought to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says. All right, so roll 2d6.
All right. That's a 5.
All right, so it's only been about 5 days since you guys were last here, and that costs you 20 gold pieces.
So we don't get a long rest, do we?
Yeah, you'll get a long rest.
Oh, goody. 20
But-
gold pieces, did you say?
Yep. You get a long rest, and so you get back all those things that you would need to. Are you down any hit points?
Finra the Wonder Dog is.
All right, so 3d3 plus 1.
Oh, that's not an easy one, is it? 3d3 plus 1. Says it's a 7.
So you get 7 hit points back.
All right, Finner's at full hit points, 16 hit points.
That's exciting. Are you down any luck?
Definitely down luck as well.
All right. It's 1d3 plus 3 at the high. At the affluent. I'll even write that in here. You know, I should probably share this part of the rules, maybe.
1d3 plus 3, you said?
Yep.
6.
Nice. So you get all your luck, probably. DDM
Great.
goes back, and that's it, right? All
Just my severe madness.
Oh. I think there is a chance that you can make a will save.
Yeah, 6 or less.
Don't critically fail, though.
I wouldn't do that.
It's a lot easier to critically fail when it's only a 6. Oh, you got
Well,
a
somehow-
success. So you go to mild.
No,
Oh.
but it rolled twice.
Oh, so you did
So-
terribly fail. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. This could be the end
I
of
love
Thorson
this
before
game.
the session starts.
Oh, that'd be a shame.
It's all right, so long as we can bring Fenrir, we'll be all right.
I know, right?
163.
163 is the end of me.
So right now you are at moderate, right?
Severe.
Serious?
Serious. Yes, that's what I said.
All right. So you have stepped up the severity. Whatever happened to you? Why don't you tell us? How did you get this madness? What happened to you?
I think I lived through 3 sessions, and then I lived through another 3 that just kept making it worse and worse. Because my willpower is 6.
What was the initial encounter though that created the madness? Do you remember?
On the way back from the lumber camp, I had a dream of a woman, which was hilarious. But that started this paranoia thing. And then it got worse on the sky bridge with a little dancing troupe of Yurgoats or whatever. And then then number 21, I rolled a willpower thing and I failed that, and it became serious then.
I think it was those feathered maws that might have created it to begin with at the lumber camp. I don't remember, but I like the way you pronounce ergot now. From now on, they should be called ergoats. That means like super powerful goats, right? Isn't that what that would be? That's funny. All right. So what this means when it becomes pervasive, that means you have a near continuous and or extreme compulsion multiple times a day. You should be affected by it. And if you don't role play it, then I'll just make it up. And what would we say it was? Like paranoia? Right?
Paranoia becomes wary of taking orders or being exploited. Can be used by me whenever when I first wrote it down, but now it's like every minute of every
multiple
minute.
times per day. It should affect you. So that sounds pretty darn fun. All right, Simon, how are you doing? How are you living in Northgate?
Well, I don't want to be outmatched, to be fair, so I think I'm going to go affluent as well. I've got quite a bit of money, to be honest.
Okay, yeah. So affluent means
so-
like, you guys are drinking it up, partying down.
That
Well, if you've
definitely
got quite a
sounds-
bit of money, can you pay for me to live affluently too? Just throwing it out there.
Shaking with the ladies.
So I gotta stop in here. Did anyone record after we divvied up some gold the last session what we took in? I know you took those notes that were there, the paper vouchers or whatever they were. But did anyone divvy up the gold?
Yes, I did. It was 30 gold pieces each.
Yeah, I've got that gold added to my sheet. That's why I've got quite a bit of money. I didn't take any of the paper though. I think that
I didn't either.
I think we left that all to Thorson, right?
Yeah, I think Thorson kept that.
That's why he's got all the money. The Hargraves promissory notes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We're gonna try to cash that in.
Notes, guys. Look at this. I'm on top of this.
Nice. Yeah, so I'll go affluent. So what am I rolling for how many days?
Nope, it's going to be the same amount of days, obviously. So you you lucked out as far as that goes. The first guy just made that decision for you. Affluent means you can roll 1d3 plus 3 to get your luck back.
I am 2 points down on luck, so
you're good to go.
I
You're
should
maxed out.
Yeah. I just need to do hit points, which I'm 3 points down on.
Oh, you're going to be good there too because you roll 3d3.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, I am fit, and that cost me 20 gold, is it?
Yep.
So I can, if anyone needs the money and Baldwin needs a drinking buddy, I can pay for people. He's got nothing else to spend his money on apart from.
Of course, Queel
beer
will
and
allow
hookers.
you to buy him beverages.
That's fine.
We all will.
Oh God. All right. So how is Queel living affluent then as well?
Of course he is.
High on the horse on Baldwin's coin.
I'm crossing that off as well.
All right. How many luck are you? How many luck is Queel down? Any?
He was only down 1, but he went up as of the level. So does that matter? Does that automatically increase, and you're still just
no?
down
But
to
you'll
1?
get it. You'll get 1 back anyway.
Okay.
All right. And any hit points? No, because I already heard you said he didn't take any damage. All right. On to Oz. That's not his full name. What's his full name?
Oscar.
I was going to say Oscar. I don't remember being Oscar. Nice.
yeah. It's like Oscar.
Oscar.
I like it.
Oscar the Grouch, whatever. He lives actually talking about garbage. He lives one step up from Squalor. Because
no, he doesn't.
He's accepted the fact.
He's not. Baldwin is going to pay for him. Oz saved his life last time. He's not going to let a fellow shield warrior live like crap whilst the rest of us are
well, if you boost
living
him
it
up,
up.
his choice would be that. He's accepted that his world and his life is going to be hell, and he hopes that by enduring that, it'll be rewarded. And when he makes his way back home, like I said, then he can, spend the money to live the life that he's hoped to make for himself. But yeah, if you boost him up, then he won't be in Squalor. But I don't know, he wouldn't be living the high life unless you really paid crazy. And I think Oz would feel really guilty about that.
No, it's fine. Baldwin's going to pay the 20 so that you get the affluent lifestyle. We're going to be so rich when we come out of that place anyway. As soon as we get down into those caves, we're just going to find rooms literally with walls made of gold.
Rich or dead, right? Either way, yeah. That's
yeah. Either one, it'll be fine. Whichever.
Well, we buy you'll buy, and then I'll encourage you to buy a shack, and then we'll need to improve the shack. So we got to go adventuring to get more coin to improve the shack. Then we're going to need servants to keep up the new improvements. See, it's just never ending.
So I wasn't down any hit points. I was down 1 luck. That
Sounds like
you'll get it back.
Modern day home ownership.
It's the story of my life. I went out to buy a shack. I still haven't got the servants yet, so I got to go back out adventuring soon.
There you go. See.
All right. So Brian is a caller again. He set up the muster. Oh, you guys are too scared to, apparently. So Brian, why don't you tell us what we're doing today? What's our intention?
Well, first, number 22 has quite a bit of momentum in it, and there's some stuff going on. This is probably one of the first times we've had a 3rd level character. For my mustering, I don't have any new PCs or characters today, so that's good. Wick has a character sheet. I've successfully mustered 4 times in a row. Anyway, in the new server, it takes 2 hours to muster for the Midlands. And that's important to me because I remember the dark days when I couldn't get anybody to sign up. And my severe madness is now, what did you call that? Chat's going to love this one.
I don't remember.
I forgot what it was. Anyway, but we're
Acute
going to try.
paranoia.
Pervasive.
Oh, I think it's beyond acute. It's taken over my life. So we're going to go.
I think it's called.
We're going to try to get back into the cellar of the Bellowing Boar and go down into the Elven City. That is our goal.
Yeah, so there is a place. It's called Rumor of an Elven City Beneath. Even Northgate has multiple remnants of the elves thousands of years ago. No one is quite sure what happened to them, but apparently they're gone. But they made some pretty good structures because you can still see them in various places in Northgate. Last session, you guys learned that there might be. I think you were looking for someone. I don't even know. You heard of a few different ways that people are talking that it's possible to get below Northgate and possibly find the city Voln something. Let's see if I can find it. Volnafar. I can't even think of any good, funny ways to say it that it would make it hilarious. But yeah, Voln something. Anyway, an ancient elven city beneath Northgate.
Magda's Larder.
No, that's one of the. That's one of the town. That's one of the.
I know.
Yeah, that was run by the Venori lady, right? And that was kind of like the place, or
Here it is.
Base of operations as Venori.
I found it. The place is called Yoln Varsoon.
Got plenty of notes, but that ain't one of them.
That should have been our main one that we wrote down because that's
Right.
actually what our thing was last go, right?
But I
maybe
think
it's too difficult to spell.
maybe obviously too difficult to remember. You guys went around and spent some time trying to find some different ways and to get into this legendary place, and one of them dealt with a scribe and some rabble rousers. You guys remember that? And so you headed over there and we're waiting to see if you could talk to anyone or find out anything about these guys. And some anointed showed up, but they immediately left the bar and went around outside and headed into a cellar. And when you guys followed them down, they were in a fight with apparently these rabble rousers known as the Faceless because they were wearing masks.
That's it. We took a few of those masks as well. I think everyone took one. Or I certainly did, and I think Oscar did as well. Yeah. Just so you don't think we're making it up halfway through when we go. Oh,
somebody else.
I'm going to say you were anyway.
Somebody else took the.
I think I also took one of those red cloaks that they're wearing.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, that's the risky thing because that's for the anointed, right? And if they find that on us, that's certain death. That's just being executed in the street, surely.
I was too paranoid to take anything from them.
Because that's the man. You don't take nothing from the man.
That's like stealing a police car.
We hid their shields.
We went from me being like, we shouldn't go down there to fight these guys. So like, all right, fine, we'll go kill them. And now you guys won't carry a helmet around with you?
It's one thing to kill them. It's another thing to take their stuff.
The helmet.
Come on, have a bit of respect.
You've got the helmet and the cloak. Queel in his department, he doesn't need it now because he's got you. So
I don't understand why it would be a bad idea to carry incriminating evidence around.
Me either.
Further,
except I'm paranoid.
It seemed these Faceless had a man that they were interrogating in a chair, but unfortunately they opened a door at the back of the cellar and some horrors from beyond the veil, skinless and bulbous spider-like creatures and the first thing that they did was destroyed the guy in the chair. So what the heck that was all about, no one is quite sure. A big fight, 3-way fight broke out. 4-way, I guess, eventually, and you guys survived and then limped back to drink it up with your buddies. And a few days have passed, and now we have decided we still want to get down in there to Yelnvar soon, and that is the path that we intend to take. So, are you guys going to go in the middle of the day? What's the plan?
Well,
I think someone was charged with keeping the key, right, to that lock.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Yeah, did we keep that? I'm pretty sure we must have done.
Yeah.
Thor, I'm sure, has got it along with everything else. It's like, hey, keep that.
I recall you said you were keeping it.
Okay, I'll keep it.
That
actually does sound like something Queel would have done.
First things first.
Oh, that's right, because I padlocked it. I locked it back up.
Yeah.
That's what I did. So all those good dead bodies should still be down in there, nice and ripe.
Lord.
Now, the barkeep is probably going to wonder when he's going to return that key, because if everything remembered correctly, I think he gave him the key to get access to that. So
No, we got the keys from the Anointed. The Anointed got the key from the bartender, and then they went around back, and then after we killed him, we kept the key.
But I assume he expected the Anointed to return the key.
Oh, I
That's
see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, he goes back, sees it's locked, and he's like, well, I'm not going to talk trash to the Anointed. Well, who knows? Maybe he will.
He's probably got a spare. If he's clever, then he's maybe let himself in, and then he's crapped himself because he's seen that there's a load of dead Anointed in his cellar.
Well, I would think, regardless of what time we go, we should definitely check out the area. Make sure there's not somebody watching that door, waiting for somebody to come back. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm far too paranoid not to.
Right? So maybe we should go in the evening time?
Yeah, I think we should go in the evening because where we're going to go is dark anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it's...
Right.
So I would guess over our long rest, if we're able to, I know we had our base of operation was Magda's larder, but are there any other buildings that would be around there where we could rent a room that would overlook that particular cellar doorway? Because I could see us taking shifts and everyone kind of keeping an eye on that for at least the few days that follow to see what the reaction is.
Hell, we could just rent a room there. That's a lot of
thinking for a Venari.
Yeah, I got the impression that isn't what happened, but you guys could do that in the future if you wanted to.
What we did is we went back to Ingrid's, and we were making our plan, and part of that plan was getting a room at the other place. And all we did was talk about it for 5 days.
And get drunk, probably.
Yeah.
Go, remember that fight? That was awesome. Yeah.
Between drinks.
We should go back there and we should overlook that place. That's a good idea. Just let's get another picture.
Another round.
Was there something else that you had said, Brian, you wanted to do? Are you guys going to head over there and then try and do a recon? Like check out the place, see what's going on? Or...
Well,
I think so.
Brian has this pervasive madness that just keeps getting worse. That had this little thing that I thought up to try to outsmart it, but it just keeps getting worse. So I don't know if that's even going to happen now.
Brian or Thorson?
Yeah, what's the difference today?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm feeling a pervasive madness from you, Brian.
Yeah. I guess
it's simple.
It can't just kill me, so if it just makes me stronger, right?
That's right.
Well, anyway, my little scene was that I would go to the bar and talk to Magda herself and show her those notes and ask her if she could read them and if she understands what they are and if they're worth anything.
Yeah, I think that she would be able to tell you that they're part of a member of the, not necessarily the brokers, but someone in the Quartermasters Guild, and it must be a shipment of some sort, or usually promissory notes aren't paper money isn't something that you would, Vornari for sure would not think it be something to be used. But apparently the Argosans, instead of always like trading coin, will use these promissory notes. And so she could explain that to you. So like if you went to the Quartermasters Guild, you could actually, this money must be stored there, and then you could probably get that money for these notes. But it does usually tell like whose it was and maybe what kind of goods were exchanged. Not always, but most likely that's probably the case.
So Thorson asks if they're worth anything to her.
Are you trying to get her to give you the best deal, or just honestly asking a question?
Thorson's trying to sell these things to the only person that he knows in Northgate, other than Queel and Baldwin and Oz, and they're always drinking or killing things. They're no they're no good to try to sell anything for. So yeah,
All right.
I'm trying to sell these to her.
All right, so we could probably let's see how good of a deal you can get from her. What the hell is this?
Yeah, my charisma is like 8, I think.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So I'm sure I can get the best deal possible out of this person I barely know.
Yeah, it sounds great to me. So let's see. Why don't we use, I think all business deals are acts of persuasion. Sometimes acts of deception, but I don't think this one is. So, yeah, why don't you make a persuasion roll?
I don't have those.
All right, so then just make a charisma
I
roll.
do. Do you want some help?
No, I don't want any help with this.
He's paranoid. He's afraid that you're going to mess it up.
Take all the money. All right, so that
wasn't that bad.
No, not a terrible failure. So let's say 100. My note taking has become better, but not as great as it could be. So
Yeah. I've learned to love this character and its crappy stats. It's just
Good.
beautiful watching it fail at everything. Other than the longbow.
That's right.
I'm
Crappy
top
stats
shelf
make
at
the
that.
best role playing.
Yeah,
Well,
gives you
aren't you all
flaws.
yours 14? How would you
I'm
even
like
know?
the same. I'm same across the board, man.
Yeah, they're all
Great.
15s.
No, I wish they were all 15. I'm the 13 and 14 master. Literally 13, 14, 14, 13, 14, 14, 14, and then my Lex 11.
I mean, I could have made my dump stat charisma, but I made it dex, which is kind of, I don't know, probably silly, but I was trying to stay true to my character. That's why I ended up with a 7 dex,
Nice. And Dex is a pretty powerful stat in low fantasy gaming just because of how often you use it. Anyway, she will offer 120 gold pieces for it.
Well, out of character, that's way more than I thought I was going to get. But Thorson's got this paranoia and is starting to get annoyed with Magda and her low balling him on pieces of paper that don't mean anything to him. And as he starts to get really mad at her, Fenrir the Wonder Dog bumps him and looks at him and speaks. He says, "You're going to take that money because we need that money because I'm not going back to Vorngard because it stinks there. And you're also going to go back down into that cellar with a shield on because I'm not going out on the left flank either. That's not my job. And by the way, Thorsten, there's a lot of times where you make stupid people look smart." And Thorsten looks at Fenrir the Wonder Dog like, "Yeah, we do need a lot of money." And that's when Wick looks at Thorsten and says, "You're talking to your dog again. And if you want me to stay with you, I need 13 gold pieces." And Fenrir the Wonder Dog looks at Wick and says, "Woof, woof." So we cut Wick 13 gold pieces, which makes her the highest paid henchman in the history of gaming.
I don't know about
And
that.
Okay, who is the
Midlands.
highest paid?
Midlands for sure.
Kalmata, they're like a gold piece, and they run out and get killed. I played Kalmata. I know what that's like. Gulof didn't even take that much, and he actually had a bow and arrow. Okay, so we'll take the... okay, so is that enough to get through my madness for at least an hour, Hobbs?
Sure,
okay,
man.
so you like that?
Yeah, nice.
And we'll take the 120, and we're done with those notes. And we've got Wick paid. And we heard Fenrir talk.
So just to be clear, did everyone hear Fenrir talk, or was it just us watching you have this conversation with a dog?
Fenrir, to you guys, Fenrir said woof woof.
I'm not even paying attention.
Yeah.
It's probably not the first
I just
time.
think it's a normal interaction.
Do you ever?
Yeah.
And his dog, right? Exactly.
Quill just talks
You
to owls
don't
anyway.
even- You don't even
Exactly.
tune up your bow before a fight.
I know, right? He's like, oh, I got to make sure I do that. Then he does it.
Okay, so that's 120. We'll split that for 30 each, guys. 30 each from those pieces of paper. So, yeah, if I die today, you guys get a whopping 37 gold pieces from me. That'll get you real far. So,
It gives
just so you know,
37 gold farther.
before we go further, that was the Rangers animal kin feature, and I'm also using instinctive rescue today, GM Hobbs. So those are my two features, class features for today.
All right, buddy.
Do we have to pick those beforehand?
Only I do because my character sucks so bad at perk.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
I didn't get a 14 or 15 or whatever. I'm stuck with a 12. With that, I'm unless you guys have something you want to do, we can head out. We'll buy a round first.
Yeah.
I need
All
to
right.
make sure I buy a shield, because the only shield I had on me was the one that Wick gave me. So I give Wick lots of credit. That was actually, and I used said shield to protect Baldwin. So, you know, that kind of generosity from Wick goes around. So replacing a shield, I think Wick should always have a spare shield on them.
Yeah. Can we
So-
buy a shield?
Yes.
So you're buying shields now?
I mean, I could just use the shield off those guys if you want, and go with the helmet I already have.
Well, if those 3 shields are down there, we've got 3 shields. But otherwise, Wick has 1 spare.
He has the spare. That's what he's saying. You gave him the spare at the last
No,
session.
Yeah, I have the spare.
No. Wick
carries
had
2?
2.
Oh, nice.
She gave 1 to Oz. She still has 1 more. And Thorson needs 1 too, because he has to cover the left flank now, because Finner got chopped up last time. That ain't working. That's not going to happen again. So you guys want to go buy shields? Let's do it.
Sounds like we need
We're
2
going to-
shields, right?
If we're going to an armorer, we should get some barding for Fenrir.
You
Well,
guys
we
could have
should.
done this in the off thing too. I mean, we don't have to role play out buying shields and such. You can buy regular equipment most of the time.
But it's Northgate. This isn't Vorngard. Okay. Well, how many shields do we want to buy? Let's spend the money and get it over with. And then, GM Hobbs, according to the book, barding for beast companions is the price of the armor times 10. Can I roll to see how much it costs to get Fenrir some armor? Like a 10-sided dice to see if it's...
Well, let's see. Is that considered a
Up to-
rare or what? What is that considered?
It's considered a 10-sided dice roll to see what we multiply the cost of the armor by.
What I'm saying is when you have to see if you can find it. Like, I'm sure that not
Oh.
every Joe Blow makes dog armor, right? So I'm going to put it into a certain type of equipment. And
It's
so,
just Joe's Blow's cousin's friend's buddy's uncle that does it. And I know him personally.
Shields are somewhat pricey. They're
Ask
20
him.
GP.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
powerful.
they're not free. So, yeah. Are you going to buy Wick a second shield?
Yeah, to replace the one that they used.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy. I'll take that out of my portion here. So for another shield for Wick, and I'll keep the one that we could give me in the last battle.
You're paying Wick back. Woo!
Oh, I was going to buy it. It's up to you. I've probably still got more money than you. I don't know.
The promissory notes help, so I still come out 10 ahead. So that seems to be pretty okay.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Was that
Will.
me that got lost?
Will.
No, you're still there.
It was Will. All right, so
I've taken 20 off, so Wick's got a spare shield, so they've got 2 now. And I think that there was another shield that we wanted to buy for you, Thorson. Is that right?
Now's a good time to move Will in the Discord. Use your new skills. Yeah, if you want to buy Thorson a shield, but I can get my own. I was just gonna wait and see if I could get one of those for free.
I don't think that's happening.
Given their value, yeah, we usually tend to think of shields as pretty inexpensive, but there's a lot of value, but they're still very useful. The fact you can use it.
Okay,
Right,
great.
I've bought Thorson a shield as well, so I'm down to 24 gold, so I'm one of you lowly peasants now. No more living it up. We need to make a big score this session.
I'm not even going to tell you how much money I've got.
I know you hit the lottery in the crypt. I was so close to get there, but no, we had to go mess around with the statue.
When I walk around, there's a ching, ching, ching. It's like I got spurs. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You want me to pay for that? Yes, I could.
Yes, he makes you pay for him to live big.
I know, right?
And he's got all the money. All right,
so I'm planning on killing him in the downstairs bit.
I know, yeah. No shit.
All right, what's the verdict on the armor for the dog, Fenrir the Wonder Dog?
You can roll a D10, but it's going to take. You can also roll a D6, I guess.
All right, let's see how this goes. There's a D10, and there's a D6.
All right, so it's 3 weeks before it'll be done.
All right. So is that 4 times the normal cost?
Sure.
All right.
What kind of barding are you trying to get him? Light armor, I'm assuming?
Well, silly boy Brian didn't quite get everything ready as he thought he was. I don't have the rules open. Can we just start the game and I can do this after?
Yeah.
If we survive, is that okay?
For sure.
All right. Well, let's get started. We're gonna buy a round. Thorson will. I don't know what is it? 4 gold pieces?
No, it's not that much. A gold piece.
What?
All
right.
Sorry, Will.
And then after a round of drinks and some food or whatever, we'll leave and go to the Bellowing Boar and I guess have another drink in there. Unless you guys just want to go right to the...
Do we want to show our faces? Because we were seeing at the time that there was a big fight and dead people.
You guys are giving the Venari too much credit as to like thinking.
Well, Baldwin's...
And I appreciate that, but...
a bit dumb, but he's kind of reasonably cunning and streetwise in that sense. He knows how to avoid trouble.
Yeah, I think we should just check to see if there's an obvious person watching that, the door into the basement. That's basic.
So we're going to just go right for the door in the basement, and Queel will stand watch for a little while we kind of loiter.
I love that. You guys go stand by the door, look inconspicuous. I'll be down the block watching and see if anyone's going to come after you. Perfect.
All right, so you guys make your way across North Gate. I'm guessing it's early evening, 5, 6 o'clock maybe. Is that right? Or what time did you want to go there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fine, GM Hobbs.
All right, and it does seem like there is a larger crowd of people near the bellowing boar than last time, and a gibbet has been erected in front of it. And inside the gibbet, you can see crows in there, and then occasionally someone will shift, or whatever's inside the gibbet shifts, and the crows will kind of move, and you can just see it. A man seems like he's been in there and been picked at by crows, and a crowd watches and occasionally throws a rock at him. And what are you guys gonna do?
Queel pick up and throw a rock at him. Yeah. What's that?
It seems pretty quick that you guys figure that this was the innkeeper, and now the bellowing boar has been overtaken with new ownership.
I kind of almost feel a little bit guilty. A little bit guilty. How are we going to get in and get to the loot downstairs? That's what we're really here for. It's a shame he had to get caught up in this, but it wasn't our fault either. You
got that
at the end of the day, they were going to have a fight no matter what. Those anointed and the
way I look at it, he was either in league with the anointed or the faceless, both which they suck. So he sucks because they suck. So there you go.
It was the faceless that were opening up the portal, though, right? That's who was actually doing the enchantment to open up the portal.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't know whether
This
it was
looks
the
like-
portal or whether it's just a secret door and they knew how to open it.
Dude,
We
looks like
couldn't really see from where we were, but
Yeah,
This
it's
looks
probably
like the
closed
work
by
of
now.
the-
That'll be great.
Of the anointed, because this is they're the law in town. So of course they would be the ones that would do something like that.
do we see any anointed?
Yeah, they seem to be like hanging about the porch out in the bellowing boar, keeping an eye
So the
on the
front,
rabble.
right.
Yeah.
so round the back where it's round to the side, isn't it? Side, back, side.
Pretty
bit.
much the back, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anyone hanging around there?
Yeah, because everybody but Queel is making their way towards the cellar door.
Well, I didn't
mean, it
know
might
if any
be-
of this would change your mind. That's why
If Queel is our like
no.
sneakiest thief-like character, I mean, maybe we should just see if that key still works.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
We would recognise the padlock. Hopefully, it'd probably
Well-
be a brand new one if they changed it. If it was a bit rusty, then
We're
Well, here
just
you go.
scouting it out so Queel can hold on to the key onto the side first, because Queel's kind of, sketchy about this.
Or
Go
you
on,
guys
Quill,
can go
do
and
stuff. No,
You guys can go
Good.
make a ruckus up front. Well, not a ruckus, but a distraction up front, and then I'll go back and try the key and see if it works.
There's a crowd of people crowded around the barkeep there that's been tied up or what have you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there anyone that looks like I could strike up a conversation like, hey, what this guy do?
Oh, for sure.
So we're going to go into the bar now?
I think they're out front. You guys are out front of the bar right
Out
now.
front.
I'm gonna chat up one of these bystanders, maybe someone that just threw a rock, like, hey, what'd that guy do to deserve that? That kind of thing.
Why don't you make a gather info roll? If you don't have it, it's probably just a charisma.
Charisma.
All right, it's a failure. Oh, I thought your charisma was higher than that, the way you made it sound. 13, geez. All right, so it's pretty... It seems like the sounds were... It's not hard to tell that the Anointed came in, trashed up the place, put that huge pillar out in front, and then threw him in there, and they haven't fed him in days, and... I don't know how chainmail is going to work with a dog. His movement would certainly be greatly lowered because it's heavy, right? Dogs aren't really built for probably leather might be your better bet, but I don't know
right.
if that's what you want to do, though. I mean, if you have 160 Jeeps, I guess, to spend, what the hell?
So the
We'll
crowd
get into it later.
around him, though, the crowd around this guy, right? They're pretty. They have a lot of animosity towards him. It sounds like, right? They're unhappy. They're unfriendly towards him. They think whatever he did was deserving. And I guess that's what I'm trying to ferret out is.
It seems like
what did he get him to?
It seems like sometimes crowds don't care about that. They're just gonna be, hey,
True,
here's some guy
yeah.
we can throw stuff at and take out our misery on.
Blood. Okay.
They're here for the show.
Yeah. Next week it might be them. But
I mean, you didn't really make a great roll, so you don't get a ton of information out of it. But it seems like, the Anointed did it, and there's been rumor of Anointed killings. And in this part of town, there's been the Anointed soldiers have been moving around. Like, that's another thing, is it's probably got turned because in this neighborhood, the Anointed have been going around kicking in doors and questioning people and beating them up because they aren't really light questioners. So the people here feel it's like this guy's fault.
I think we should just try and get in the cellar as soon as possible. We should.
Well, that's
figure
what
out-
I've been saying. I don't know what we're waiting for.
Yeah, having a little time pass might be good. It gets us away out of the immediate eye of suspicion. So maybe he had a long rest in there.
Is there any Anointed between us and the cellar?
No, it doesn't look like the Anointed aren't out here around where the crowd is. And I mean, when I say crowd, it's maybe like a couple dozen people, a score of people or so.
So I say, Thorson speaks to Queel. Maybe we could send the animals around to scout around the back, just like they have to go take a piss or something, and see if they can see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the animals aren't people, so they're not going to be able to I found two guys. One of them's wearing breeches. The other one has pantaloons. I think he's got a tattoo on his bicep.
It's funny you should
We
bring
pose
that up.
a question to them, like, you go over there and see if there's any people. Come back. 2 roofs mean there's no one there.
Okay.
Finra's
Good.
much
Yeah, I like it.
smart enough to do that.
I
And I'm
agree.
sure Owl has a big old bird brain. I'm sure he can understand. That's simple.
I can use my ranger craft to do animalkin, which the ranger and his best companion may briefly exchange detailed information, including matters which may not normally be imparted by an animal. The GM might require a perception check for especially complex information.
Yeah, it works great. I just used it in the bar.
Yeah.
Is that a thing that you use up, a resource that you use up?
Yes, it is a resource.
Because we could just walk past, being,
Let's just walk past.
normal people.
I mean,
We're not
let's
under
put it this way.
suspicion.
Worst case scenario, there's Anointed there. They give us some hubbub, we kill them, and use that as an excuse to get into the cell.
Well, I think we can just walk past. It's like on a street, isn't it? It's not like we have to break into
Right.
a back alley.
So we're right
thing
back to
and-
where we were a few minutes ago when I said, let's just walk over to the cellar.
Owl
Sure.
pecks
And
on
now-
Wheels left
although-
ear.
For Oz, there is one big pause, which he is a little bit interested in the future of the barkeep. That seems to be. I don't know much about Argosan culture, but is it likely that they're going to stone him to death, or is this just like a temporary torture?
I think he's dead already.
No,
he's
he's
not
he's
dead,
not
is he?
quite dead, but he's definitely not doing well. It's like he probably hasn't had water. For
I
quite
mean,
some time.
Queel's walking up with a dagger to stick him to see, and he coughs. Oh, he's still alive.
Yeah, like he kind of
For
shifts,
real.
and so the crows would kind of move away from him.
I could see Oz trying to kind of work out in his head, would it be a better outcome for this poor bastard if he could just dispatch him? But then I don't know what kind of ire that would draw from the local government. Like, do they just want him to torture? And the crowd might be actually disappointed, like, oh, that's over. So as much as he might want to spare him some torture, he's looking at the wrath of the crowd for maybe doing that and thinking twice.
Queel
And-
could see that good Samaritan gleam in Oz's eye. And he, don't worry. If he's still here when we come back, we'll let him out.
Thorson will note to Baldwin and Oz, these shields are heavier than they look.
Thorson's like all about getting in there. He's like, quit fucking around, you guys. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm with you. We should go as quickly as possible. The more time we spend lingering around here, the more people are going to take notice of us. We probably look like we're carrying more than we should be for, a shopping trip. Or
You are
something. We've got
Vernari, though,
shields and all sorts.
You are Vernari, though,
That's true.
so they're used to that, you murderous scumbags. All right, so you guys heading down?
I resemble that remark.
Yeah. Yes. We're heading to
at
the
least
back.
you're heading over to the back, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
It doesn't really seem like anyone takes too much note of that. And the anointed seem that we're inside the porch looking out. They seem like they're focused on seeing what the populace does. There is, like, when Oz was contemplating these things, he did see like a person kind of loitering in an alley across the way who seemed like he had a lot of interest in what was going on. Not necessarily you guys, but what was just going on. And then the others kind of pulled him off to go towards the cellar. So the cellar is open.
There's no lock on it.
Nope, the cellar is open right now. And you can kind of hear, sounds like someone's, like things occasionally smashing, or there's somebody down there.
Now is the time to use your ranger craft, I think. The little owl
I don't
starts
just go down in
flying
there
silently.
just going to kill him.
Well,
It worked last time, but we were lucky. There's
got
more
this.
people.
This is the way.
God.
Oz gonna pick up a stone and huck it down there, and you'll see who comes up. He's gonna take a stone and throw it down, toss it down the stairs, and then see who comes up.
I'm going to try and grab your arm before you do that, and just say, whoever we face, we don't want to face them on the street. We want to go
As
down where we can be
as
quiet.
Baldwin grabs Oz's arms, Queel walks down.
I thought you were going to say Queel grabs Baldwin's arm so he can't grab Oscar's arm. Oh my god.
No.
A three-way, and then we're just dancing by the end of it.
All right, Queel
Right.
skips down the stairs. And what you
And
find... Are you guys all just going down?
yes.
All
Well, I
right, yeah.
guess, yeah. We look and see Quill disappear, then yeah. Oh dear.
So much for Queel not being in the front ever.
That's all right. I intend on backpedaling very quickly.
Yeah.
I think Oz will stay at if we're going through, there's a doorway, right? We close the door behind us. I might stand at the top of the stairs for a moment and listen, obviously, to what's going on downstairs. But I don't know, if this is a trap, it'd be great. Someone could come and ambush us from the stairs. I want to keep an eye on that.
This
All right.
this whole thing looks familiar.
What a surprise.
Funny that. They haven't completely remodeled the basement.
It looks like you find... oh, you know what? I forgot one thing. You guys look at this, and as you guys kind of come downstairs, as you move down, there's light down there. As you move down there, you see some anointed smashing around and going through all of the stuff. There is another man down here who is dressed decently, but he doesn't look like he's anointed. He looks like maybe a trader or a merchant. And that's when these fellows kind of look back. Like one of them says, did you bring the crow? Oh, what's this? And they're kind of wondering who in the hell you guys are. What are you going to do?
Well. What do we have here? Anointed. Well,
Well,
we were sent. We're from. Let me see if I'm going to get this guy's name right. Noratha?
Oh,
Wizard
Nokratha?
King? Is that No Kratha.
No,
The
no
Stargazer.
Kratha, Thorson says. It's no Kratha.
Yeah, the Stargazer sent us. I see you closed up the hole. Well, don't all just stand there looking dumb and slack-jawed. We're here to go through the hole.
All right.
Amazing.
You are Gosens. You're kind of in here. We mean you no harm. We're friends from the north.
So
Or
it sounds like.
mercenaries is what he's trying to say.
Known for our kindness and love.
Did Oz go down
Yeah.
or not? Now is he going to go down when he hears him start talking, or I was going to say.
Probably not
Baldwin's
just yet,
gonna-
but soon. I'm definitely listening with a lot of attention, but I want to wait here just a moment to see if we're not going to get ambushed from this side of things. But I could see him starting to maybe split the difference, maybe.
All right. So
You come down
Baldwin-
and close the door.
did Baldwin
Yeah.
want to do anything?
He's just gonna look over his shoulder and yell out, "Oz, get down here now!"
Okay. So everyone, Queel was trying to confuse these guys and butter them up to some kind of subterfuge, but everyone else seems to be kind of deteriorating that or eroding it.
That's not true. Thorson said we mean them no harm.
That's what I always say when our mutual boss tells me to go down and see someone. I always say, "Oh yeah, he told me we mean no harm, man." You know.
Yeah, I think that blew it. Basically, never mind.
Kind of eroded it for sure. So why don't you make a deception check anyway, Queel,
Okay.
if you have deception.
All right.
This is going to be a tough one for sure.
I have detection, no deception.
All right, so just make a charisma.
Okay. Charisma, here we go.
Ooh.
All right, so you needed a great success in order for
That's
this
what I figured.
to be able to convince these guys. They're like, "What the?" So the guy who is back on the side, like I said, he seems to be some kind of merchant, but he does have. Looks like he's carrying like a barrel stave or something. These guys are obviously anointed. They're just like, "I don't know who the hell you're trying to convince. Get out of here before we give you a lesson. You'll be like the innkeeper."
You obviously weren't the lot that came and cleaned up the basement, were you?
Is Oz coming down now too?
Nope.
No, he's not. All right. All right, yeah.
You
so,
remember all the dead people? Who do you think made all those dead people?
for the Stargazer, he yells out. These guys.
Dear.
These guys whip
Quick,
out
get him, Thor!
These guys whip out their weapons and pick up their shields and swords, if you know what I'm saying. Everyone's like, what?
Fenrir bark, roof.
All right. So it obviously seems like it's come to a fight of some sort. So let us battle. Oh, you know, there's a bunch of debris around the back door. It doesn't look like it's shut all the way, but they seem like they haven't messed with it. Because I don't think you guys shut it,
okay.
did you?
No, we
No.
didn't. We left it open, yeah.
Yeah, so it's unknown what exactly they did. Oh, I think it was busted anyway. Didn't they like bust out afterwards? Anyway, there's an opening there still.
Okay.
So everyone roll their initiatives.
Okay. Well done. Here we go, guys.
Failure. Terrible failure.
That's the way to get it going.
Wow. So the shield wall won't be in place at the start of the fight.
Thorson. Fenner.
Yeah. Thorson will once again say, "Hearken, Argosans. My friend here mostly is a little insane, and you shouldn't listen to him. We really do mean you no harm." And I'll move over here to the left flank. Fenrir will move over here.
Moving by, Quill's going to whisper to him, "Or they're the man. Keep it. They're probably been watching you for days." Take that.
Really G him up, get him to kill him.
And I have a shield up, but nothing really else. But if this guy moves in on me, I'm gonna draw my hammer and hit him.
Okay. All right. So that. What about Queel? What is Queel gonna do? They aren't swords. They're maces. Sorry.
Ooh.
I was going to shoot this guy right here with his arrow.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let's see if the bow is going to do it.
No, these guys don't seem happy because they've been down here working in all their armor and helmets. They're like, why in the fuck is this dolt telling us what to do? We're hot and sweaty. All right, what about, is that it?
Yeah, well.
Looks like Oz and Baldwin are a little slow. Is Owl doing?
He's going to move up to the stairs, and he's going to just be on the stairs there, and he's just going to holler up, Oz!
He's not going to listen to anyone.
This is his plan. He's going to let the pieces come back later.
Yeah, he shuts the door now.
He seems to be the only one capable of thinking amongst us, so...
Yeah, I think he is smarter than the rest of us, but he's suddenly disappeared, and that is basically him running away and shutting the door, and then bolting it behind him.
Drop the door on us and sit on it. Okay, enough fun and games. Let's get in and get rid of these guys real quick. I want to be...
Thorson, you can attack that guy.
Okay.
So these woodens and these barrels and stuff, there's not enough here to be a block anymore.
All right. So I'm going to attack with Mini Molnir. I pull it right out. Maybe mutter something like, you just don't listen, do you?
I didn't realize Oskin got knocked out. Oh, he's not in anything.
Says he's refreshing Discord.
I have the most awesome roll of a 9.
Yeah, that's not a good roll. No, that's not it.
Oh, darn.
All right, this guy strikes back at Thorson. Misses.
Oh, no.
At Queel. 9. 12.
No.
Miss?
Yeah, let me double check. I'm pretty sure I'm rocking...
Probably 13 or 14, I would guess.
I think it's... Yeah, 14's my AC now.
Yeah, he's not... He's got to jump in. He's going to take him a little bit. It kind of works out. I mean, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You don't want to get down into the fight. You just get kicked out of Discord. That's the way we roll at the Gamerhood.
It's a beautiful day in the Gamerhood.
All right, Baldwin.
Right, well... it looks worse on the right flank. I guess I'm just gonna... I don't really want to get sandwiched between two guys. I'm probably gonna step up here, make room for Fenrir, and attack this guy. Try and double team this guy here.
Yeah, so they're wearing heavy chain and they have shields and maces.
Crap, we're outmatched here, guys.
No.
Right, well, I'm swinging old, my longsword. I can't remember its name, but it doesn't belong to me anyway.
Broda?
Yeah, it was Broda's sword, but I called it something like Retribution or something really cheesy. Incoming, here we go. Is that roll gone through?
Yeah.
It's really...
That's a hit.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a hit?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. So 6 damage.
All right. It's a good strike on him. But he's not staggered. That's the word I'm looking for.
So that means that they have more than double those hit points. This could be bad.
All right.
Yeah. I remember in the Roost, we hit the anointed fighter for I hit him for 20 hit points and he wasn't even staggered. He was still coming. So some of these guys are tough.
was the boss.
I think. Oh, he's in. All right, cool.
All right, Lauren. Yay, you're back.
Yay! Just in
Hey,
time. We're
your
all
turn.
dead apart from you.
Yeah, thanks for not participating, Lauren. We're all dead.
How much loot did you guys have on you?
It's up to you
Yeah,
now.
right.
You hear
gotta
them
fight the
yelling
rest
at
of them
each.
off.
Sorry, you hear them yelling at each other, and it seems like some kind of conflict has broken out.
They're yelling at like between them and the merchant. Is that kind of what's happening?
Yeah, well, yeah, but then you hear the sounds of fighting now. The cries of pain.
All right.
Avoided
Is anyone
pain.
Baldwin? Did you hit somebody?
You
I
would really,
may well have done, yeah.
yeah,
but
you wouldn't really
wouldn't
know
that.
exactly what happened.
All right, cool. Oscar is gonna move down to kind of the top of the stairs, but still stay a little bit elevated. Pull the helmet out of the pack that belongs to their buddies and huck it out into the room and ask them, "You all recognize this?" and see what kind of response we get from that.
You've got
And,
shit talking down.
What is your? What are you trying to do? What's your intention here?
Well, if anyone's close enough, I could even throw the helmet at one of these guys. I think that'd be pretty satisfying. But if nothing else, it's just to throw it out there and just kind of get them all pissed off and maybe angry enough when they make some mistakes. Mechanically, I don't think there's any real reason for this, but I'm just trying to rile them up.
They seem pretty pissed off already, to be fair. But, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. It's fine. Go for it. It's good. I like it.
All right, why don't you? Cause so it's kind of a. They don't have intimidation. It doesn't look like, but you can do like a persuasion, and we'll see if something crazy happens.
Ooh,
Nice.
success.
Yeah, they certainly seem incensed, but they also seem like pretty professional warriors who, rumor has it, are enhanced by the blood of the Stargazer. Boom, boom, boom. All right, is Oz going to fight anyone, or is that going to be his action?
I assumed it'd probably take my turn to pull that out of there. I mean, if
I don't care. If you want to attack, you can
it
attack.
takes a while to probably fish a helmet out of a bag and throw it and all that other business. So I'm assuming that's my action.
Okay.
So
There's a spot where I'm pinging.
So as you desire, sir. You can move down and throw it as you come if you'd like. You can be right here if you
okay,
want to.
yeah, because the reason I was going to say is I know this game doesn't let you split your movement technically, right? But if you'll let me do it, that's cool.
That doesn't really affect anything, in my opinion. You wanted to give Wick a torch, you said?
Wick has a torch on. I think we have 8 left.
All right, the torch is on. Now let's roll
Whoa,
initiative.
look at that.
Initiative, my friends.
We're getting on it. There we go.
Come on. We need some decent rolls here. Failure
Right on
again.
time. All right, Thorson.
Thorson will scream. Fenrir, the Wonder Dog. Fenrir's eyes light up, and he says, "Roof, roof." I'm gonna try to stoop, I guess, and try to hit this character with my hammer in the feet. Fenrir is gonna jump on Thorson's back, jump over this anointed, flying in the air, doing a kick out and a half a 180 with a smile on his face, ding, a gleam in his eye for all the lady hound dogs out there, and fly backwards. And when he's coming down, he's going to try to bite and grab on this guy and pull him prone while Fenrir lands on top of him. And I'm trying a minor martial exploit, GM Hobbs. Fenrir the Wonder Dog.
Can Fenrir do exploits now?
I don't know. I think it's Thorson doing it. It's just Fenrir gets all the good parts.
I'm sure that we can adjust that to fit into the type of movie that we're making here, but which is not Guardians of the Galaxy or Thor Ragnarok, because that's not my game. But why don't you go ahead and see what you can do here on your attack, and then we'll figure it out from there.
All right. Just so you know, I've been working on that one for a little while.
I hope I didn't diminish it too much.
No, because I probably won't hit.
Yeah, it's a miss.
There you go.
All right, so
that's a failed martial exploit, however that works out.
Yeah, you can't do any more exploits this scene. But Fenrir can go over there and attack if you'd like.
All right. Well, Fenrir lands back over here after he sort of fails. And Fenrir, I think I put onto my character sheet when I leveled up. Boom. All right. Look at these rolls. Thanks, Roll20.
Fenrir also misses. We had another success. Queel.
All right, Quill's going to shoot at the same guy.
Yeah.
18
Yes.
for 7 points of damage.
All right. Like a point blank strike here. Sinks deep into this guy. Stumbles back a little bit. He isn't happy for sure.
Is that the same
The
guy
wizard-
that I hit with the sword as well?
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, he's still
Wizard
up.
King gives his regards.
I'll mark them if they're wounded. How's that? You got a red dot there.
Yeah. Cool.
All righty. Is that everyone? Now it's their turn?
Yep.
All right.
Think
This guy's
so.
going to stumble back. You can attack him if you'd like.
I think Fenrir would have gotten advantage.
I'll certainly take an attack of opportunity if there's one going, or can I not because I failed?
He didn't quite
Initiative.
get there. That's why he didn't get it. That's your failed exploit.
All right.
Not
Yeah.
you. But
Oh.
him. Did you want to attack him?
Yeah, if I can get an attack of opportunity. Oh, there aren't attacks of opportunity, are there?
Yeah.
But
Yep. Well, if they leave combat, you get an attack on them.
cool. I will try and swing my longsword at him. That's a miss.
Yeah, he
Going
stumbles
very
back.
badly.
He stumbles back. The mace falling on thong around his wrist as he grabs at the arrow that's stuck deeply into him here. But this guy comes in, and so does this guy.
Uh-oh.
Bye, guys. It's been nice knowing you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Got a
Ooh.
shield now, man. What are you worried about?
One of them is the first one will be against Queel, and the second one will be against Baldvin. Ooh, Queel. That doesn't look good, sir. All right.
That doesn't look good.
Anyone want to help Queel here?
Yeah, I will try to get my shield in the way of that mace as it comes down. So that's a Dex luck save, right?
It's a Dex check, but I think you're
Dex
using
check.
that already.
Oh,
But
okay.
right, you already have it for free, so you don't even have to roll.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
you're using
yeah.
Protector.
Yes, that's right. Thanks for reminding me. So I automatically succeed to trigger rescue exploits. Yeah. Okay, so now I make a what sort of luck check? Just a normal one.
It sounds like a Dex check to me.
Dex check. Okay, that's good because I'm pretty good at Dex.
I meant
Here we
strength.
go. I'm
kidding.
good at. I'm better at strength. That was the success.
All right, so you lose 1 point of luck, and Queel does not take 6 points of damage.
Quill sticks his tongue out at the guy.
That's one you owe me, Quill.
Okay, I'm keeping track.
And then you can give me more money later. This guy moves away from Thorson here. So Thorson, if you have a melee weapon out, you can attack him.
I have a melee weapon out.
If you'd like
I'll
to.
be happy to throw it at him.
Ooh, you tag him.
Thank
You
you.
don't- you don't-
Roll 20.
You don't have to throw it. You can just strike at him with it. Or you can throw it if you want to. It's up to you.
I was just making a pun on how Thor throws his hammer.
Oh, I see.
Sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
It's no
I
problem.
hit him while still holding the hammer in my hand.
You aren't the real Thor, is what you're telling us.
I know, it's terrible. I'm a very
course
poor
he's not.
imitation.
He spells it
Pound
with a
shop
J. I've
Thor.
read the comic books. They have an H.
Yeah, there's no H in my name.
What's Fenrir's AC?
Fenrir's AC is 11.
All right, so Fenrir gets chopped
Oh, come on.
for 5 points of damage. Not chopped, whacked with a knobby mace.
Fenrir just screamed.
Jeez. This other guy, though, he seems to like kind of be taken aback. He tosses down his stave, and he is moving away from y'all. It doesn't seem like he maybe is much for manly combat. All right, looks like Baldwin is up.
We'll stave him for last.
I don't want to burst our bubble, but I think this guy still has to attack.
No, he missed.
Oh, we missed. Oh,
Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah,
I rolled them both at the same
he
time.
rolled an. Okay, so I will. Speaking of that guy, I will turn to him and try a swing with the sword. Come on! Oh, 15 is not going to.
Yeah, just a miss.
It's a miss. Damn it! They're pretty heavily armored, right? The chainmail
Yep.
and shield.
Which guy did you go at? This one?
The one in front of the one in front of me and Oz.
Okay,
This
yeah.
guy.
All right. Yep. Yeah, that's ping off of his shield. Like I said, these guys do seem like professional warriors. In fact, this guy looks like he's scrabbling around for a spear.
Oh no!
All right.
I know there's a
Oz.
stave over there he could have.
Oz.
So if I don't leave combat, can you still work your way around combat? Like, could I work my way around to this side of him, or is that not
Absolutely.
Because I'd like to do
Awesome.
that. I don't know if that gives me any advantage
+1.
to attack. I'm guessing
Plus
maybe.
one flank attack.
+1. All right, cool.
Nice, good
we
move.
need everything
man.
we can get against these guys, I think.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna do that, and then let's see if we can just run a sword to this guy. This is gonna be +1. I don't know how effectively add that to hit. I can just increment that, I guess, on the melee weapon.
I think it had-
on the character sheet.
You're going to get there's a place that you can add a bonus once you say hit your die roll, right? Didn't you hit one of
Mine
these
doesn't
guys?
come up with that.
Oh, you missed? None of these other guys are wounded? Yeah.
No, only that one. There's two. The one in the north and the one to the south getting the spear that are wounded.
All right.
I
Oz,
I
you
could
missed.
add +5, and it wouldn't matter.
Go on then, add +5.
Still a miss. All right. Seems like it's initiative time.
All right.
We've been really lucky so far, I think.
Yeah, my time to
Even-
shine.
Oh, I got a success.
Looks like
I've gotten a terrible failure on every single initiative check so far.
Wow.
Are you
Yeah, but it's
rethinking
good
that
'cause
6
you're like-
decks?
You're reactive to
It
what
might have
happens
something to
in
do
the
with
round.
that 7 decks.
You, you
It
go,
actually
you
seems
go
to help.
last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We got some great successes here. Those guys can go.
Let's add the. Oh, that would be me. Oh,
Sure.
and. Or
Go ahead.
you go first.
Thor, go ahead.
I'm running in after this guy.
Okay.
Ah! And I scream at Fenrir to get out of there. Fenrir, heal is what I say. And I will attempt to hit him with my hammer that is still held in my hand. At no time has it been thrown.
Yeah, you got a shield in your other hand, right? Oh no, you can't use it. Yeah, you can use the shield now, so that misses.
No, I'm holding a shield in my other hand.
Oh,
Whether or
okay.
not I can use it yet, we don't know. And
Okay.
Fenrir's going to try to duck out of there.
All right, so Fenrir is going to get attacked. Where are you going to put him? He gets a free attack on him.
Okay.
10 misses. All right. Nice. So he gets out of there. Queel.
Okay, Queel's going to shoot the guy who's fumbling around to get a spear.
Okay, he's ignoring the guy right in front of him that's attacking him and going for the other guy.
That's a trained warrior right there.
But you're laser focused.
Yeah, I was going to give him the little cover because he's kind of behind that guy, but it doesn't matter because right past dies
Then
leaning
after
against the wall.
Go, oops, I killed your friend. And then he's going to move. He's going to move here. He'll take the attack as he moves. Oh, awful slow. There we go. Then he's just going to move around Baldwin.
Our shield wall seems to be all over the place, right?
Guy
And
misses
then he's
you.
going to yell at Owl, make yourself useful. And Owl will fly up onto this crate.
Amazing, brilliant.
And
Can we
he
have
doesn't
some hoots of encouragement from the owl?
That's it.
All right.
Gotta love the Midlands.
All right, Baldwin.
Okay, so the guy... Actually, I think we should double team this guy, and I will try and ignore the person to my right as much as I can. So I'm going to attack the one between me and Oz. Go in low. You go high, I'll go low. And try and stab him. 18 for 4 points.
You shout that out to Invornari.
What? You go high, I'll go low. Yeah, I'll shout that in Venori.
Nice. Oops.
Wait,
All
an
right.
18 doesn't hit?
No, it hits. I'm just doing the
Oh,
damage.
okay. Oh, I thought I thought I heard you say you miss.
No, you didn't miss. You hit him.
Sweet.
All right. Must be their turn now, right?
Yeah, it's payback time.
All right, so this guy, once Baldwin seems to ignore him, he kind of comes around behind him.
Oh no! Oh, that's it.
No, he's after me. It's all good.
Still misses.
Misses again.
The other guy, hoping you're distracted, Baldwin, is going to shift over here on Oz, so you can attack that guy.
I will definitely give him a wallop with my sword, hopefully. A 15. I don't think that hits.
Just off of his shield as he strikes at Oz, misses. Thorson and this other guy are battling. Oh my gosh. Misses.
Everyone is rolling
Oz.
bad. So many mess ups.
So I've got to make a choice here. This guy here is a merchant, right? We talked about, when I say this guy, the guy to the right of the screen.
Yeah. He seems like he's wearing he does have one of those leather kind of coifs over his head, but he does have like kind of a more well-to-do robe as well.
They were arguing. Does he look like the type of person that was calling the shots? Like, do the guard look like they respond to him? Like they owe him some sort of allegiance
He
or
did.
something like that?
Well, you didn't really see it because you weren't in here. You were outside.
The reason I say that is I might bum rush him and see if I can hold a knife to his throat, and maybe the other guys will just stop what they're doing. As much as that kind of. So I'm going to take an attack of opportunity from this guy, and I think I can make it over there as long as I can squeeze through those boxes. I can get to here.
Yeah, the boxes and stuff aren't really there. It's just debris. It looks like these guys were looking for something down here.
So that's my goal, to run to here. I'll take the.
Ooh, missed you. You can charge him for sure, and I think you don't even have to charge him. You can hit him if you want to.
Oh, sure. I could take a charge action, right? Which lets me. because he's not going to retaliate that much. So I'm going to be honest, I don't want to really kill him. So this is where I don't know if I can put this as an exploit. I want to wrap him up and hold my sword to his throat, essentially, and yell out, "Yeah, you all stop what you're doing!"
All right, so go ahead and make an attack. This is like this might actually be a major exploit because you're trying to basically just grapple this guy into submission immediately. So make your attack roll. All right. So now make a let's do a contested strength roll.
Ooh. This is not Oz's dumb stat. So we're looking pretty good here, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully.
I don't have great stats anyway. 15 is my highest, but it's in strength, so
That's good. Yes.
Ooh, he got a great success as well. But I think I'll still let you go with it as you have a much higher margin of what's happening. So, and I have like rolled not over a 4 in about 10 rolls. You guys are getting pretty lucky. So yeah, Oz grabs this guy. He's like, bats at your hands. Do you know who I am? And so you yell at the other ones to see if you can get him to stop.
yeah, stop what you're doing.
Let's see what these guys do. Why don't you make a persuasion, but we're gonna do it with strength. A persuasion
with
strength test.
So I would make a strength check, but just add the +1 for persuasion.
I don't know. Can you
I'm
actually?
trained in persuasion.
Yeah, just roll a d20.
You can change it on the skill.
You rolled a 20 both times. So these guys, fuck Hargrave, they say, and they keep on fighting.
Oh man.
Did we hear that name? Hargrave, did you say?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Those are the promissory notes for the Hargrave, right?
Oh, that's what they're looking for. See, the skill's having you along.
Let's roll
That makes
initiative.
sense.
That's 2 20s in a row. Blood beads up on his neck where you have his sword against it.
I reckon you should just kill him now. Just kill him and join the shield wall. Success.
Nice. I want to see what Baldwin does here.
Okay, so I will. I'm gonna backhand. So I'm gonna have to turn around and kind of backhand the one that's chasing Queel. I'm gonna try and backhand him across the neck with my sword. So I'll effectively have my back towards the guy who's just run away. I need to try and protect Queel, I think. Although Quill can probably take care of himself, much as he says he's got no money and I have to pay for him. It's the same sort of thing.
I'd be pissed.
Got more hit points probably.
Oh no, 12. It would have been a mighty hit, but I think
Would have, yeah. That's a lot of
connect.
damage.
Ooh, yeah, it doesn't quite get him. Queel?
Hey, I want to pull a minor exploit.
Nice.
I'm going to whistle at Owl, and I'll do the eyes. Then it's going to fly over. Going to grab this guy's helmet where the eyes are. Twist the helmet around. Just so he can't see.
All right, so I think that'll just be an attack from Owl.
Oh, that's like a kind of Lego exploit almost, where you just turn their head around and they go like. "Arr."
So Owl has it's a D6 hit dice, so just roll a D20.
Roll D20. Okay, here it comes. Oh, bully, 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 bully.
Yeah, so Owl is there and he's fluttering around, fluttering around this guy, but he's keeping him at bay with his shield. Does Queel want to do anything?
Queel's going to shoot this guy.
Okay.
I can't try another exploit, correct? During
Correct.
this scene.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless something significantly changes.
Gotcha. Okay, so here we go. We're going to try and shoot that guy.
Oh,
20.
Nice.
I only did 3.
That's not accurate. So you should do max damage. Maybe you didn't roll a 20. You rolled an 18. So
Yeah, it
That's
wasn't
why.
in that. After I shoot him, I'll move behind Baldwin again, so that guy can try and me again.
He's not just going to chase you round and round forever.
yeah, he didn't seem like he was chasing Queel. It looked like he was trying to flank Baldwin more than anything.
Didn't you move out of his threat zone though?
No.
That's not a
Yeah,
good.
but I moved into the other guys.
No, he moved.
I
Yeah,
moved
the guy
into
could
the other
attack
guy's
you.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a little bit of a minus, though. We'll take off that. Oh, does that still hit Queel?
Is that with the minus?
Yeah, because he lost a minus.
It's
He got a
18,
minus
14.
3. Yeah, so he got you still.
It's 14. Okay.
He pegs you with his mace as Owl is fluffing around his head and shoulders, buffeting him with his wings. Woo, woo. All right. Nice. Thorson.
Thorson with the mighty little hammer. Come on, roll 20. 16 for 7.
That hits.
Yes. Nice. Well done, man.
So what happens to this guy?
Oh, what you see is Thorson brings Mini Mjolnir down on his head, and it just leaves a big pile of dead. It's very exciting.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it. All right. Nice. It seems like it's now actually their turn. All right. So this guy, feeling like
Oz? Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oz is last.
Ignore
yeah.
me. Yeah.
So this guy starts fleeing up the stairs.
I was afraid of that as soon as I saw it. It's like he's going to try and run away.
I'm definitely going to try and take him out as he runs up the stairs if I can.
You have a
Give it
shot
leap.
on him for sure.
Okay. Come on, make it a nat 20.
Oh,
Ooh, not a nat 20, but
an
oh
18.
no, it's an 18. That's still not good enough. Okay, so 9 points of damage though.
Sure it is, because you cut his foot off. And he's hopping on the stairs now.
That might make a nice martial exploit on your turn, though.
you could turn it into an exploit right now if you want.
Oh, could I? Yeah. Well, how do I do that? I would need to say what I want to do.
You wanted to do like make it like maybe you grabbed him and pulled him, like hooked him with your shield and chopped him and brought him back down the stairs so he could be prone here.
I might actually turn it into I hamstring the back of his knees. So
So
just
it
sort of
can't be-
swipe across the back.
If you make it something that'll last more than one round, it turns it into a major exploit. If it's only for one round, then it's a minor exploit. So if you make him prone for one round, then that's why I said like try to hook him and trip him as you chopped him or something.
Yeah, okay. I will stick my sword between his legs and try and trip him that way.
All right, I'm just gonna give him a dex check to avoid that. Let's see. Oh, that's not gonna be too likely.
Come on, roll 20.
Not successes. Okay.
Yeah, so he tumbles down here. And is
does that get rid of the 9 damage that I did to him? By
No.
the way, or is
No.
he still, he still takes the.
yeah, he still takes it.
Question. If
Yes,
he
sir.
drops down in front of Fenrir, can Fenrir try to bite him?
You didn't really have that as a reaction for Fenrir, so no.
Yeah.
If you
I
would have
just
said
asked
if anything came, yeah, no, I'm just answering. I don't know. I hope I didn't sound like I was doing it in a way that.
No, it's
sounded-
good. It was worth
sounded bad.
asking.
No, yeah, for sure. And also,
Thanks,
you could
Jim.
something to think about in the next time.
That was cool. Thanks for giving me the heads up on
Yeah.
like me doing an exploit. That was a good plan.
Yeah, because that's kind of really what you were hoping for, and you hit and did damage, and those are pretty much the requirements. So, nice job. All right, so Oz, what is Oz going to do with Hargrave?
All right. So Did Hargrave have an action? Because I don't know if you played an action. Did he try to attack me back or resist, or does he just stand there and
He's kind of held right now. He's kind of held, so he hasn't really.
I don't know how this works out for timing, so you're gonna have to kind of adjudicate this a little bit. But I'm gonna tell him, just remember this. I spared you right now. Look him right in the eyes, and then I'm gonna run off. We'll talk later. And then I'm gonna run back into the fray because I could just kill him. I could, but he doesn't have any weapons on him. He doesn't look like that dangerous necessarily.
You guys are killing anointed.
No, but Hargrave doesn't look particularly dangerous.
Yep.
Like he doesn't have weapons hanging off him or anything.
Nope.
All right, then that's fine. I don't know if he'll attack me when I leave this way. Like I said, I gave him that warning. Like I'm gonna spare you for now, and I'm gonna run this way and make an attack here.
All right, do it.
Ooh.
Nice.
What happens to this guy when you rush over?
I guess kind of rush over to him. There's all this kind of debris on the ground, and I don't know. To be honest, I think I could just see him striding across the room really confidently, getting ready to heave one massive blow. It cleaves into his shoulder, and he spills blood all over the debris that's all over the ground.
And he collapses like just more detritus. All right. It seems like it's initiative time.
I have failed every single initiative. Not just failed, terribly failed. Every single one of them so far.
Well, I got a great success. Don't want to rub it in, but I did get a great success. Oh, and you got a terrible failure. Excellent.
5 for 5.
But to be fair, you got a crap ass dexterity.
Yeah.
So.
It's very
We need
easy
to get
for
a
you to
healer
terrible
to
failure.
try and fix your leg or something. Because there's some like
Quest?
if we break your leg and then reset it, like I don't know.
I might be go for some kind of quest or something.
Yeah.
All right, Thorson, why don't you start?
I'll move over here.
This guy's prone right now.
That's a shame. That's just a shame that he's on the ground. I'll move right on over here and I will give him the benefit of the doubt. I say, hearken, anointed, your one chance to surrender.
Wheel under his breath.
Spare
Wheel
me.
under his breath goes, hell with you, I'll kill you all.
Spare me. Spare me. Does anyone want to chop him down? Baldwin, Queel, Thorson,
I would
Fenner?
go to chop him down, but if someone shouts to stop me, then I would stop. But the reason that I would is because I'd seen how fanatical they were when that one guy I told last time to come and join us in the shield wall to fight those monsters, he basically went, no, sod you guys, and ran and like murdered people.
So Thorson will say, drop your weapon, throw it aside.
Queel's
We
gonna
accept
shoot
your
him.
surrender.
All right, go ahead and shoot him then.
Queel's going to shoot him, and watch, you'll see
Okay.
why. See why.
Go.
There's the there it is.
I mean, he's basically given up. So I'm not even sure you need to roll, to be honest. So you guys are like, he like pushes away his weapon and throws his shield. His helmet comes off, and an arrow is buried flight deep in his neck. He crumbles to the ground.
And then after Queel shoots him, he turns around. It's okay, we've got this guy to talk to. He's looking over there. Where's the rich guy? He's disappeared.
Or has he gone? Wait, did he actually disappear?
Yeah, you don't see him.
Maybe he went through the opening.
I want a short rest, GM Hobbs.
Wow.
I'd like
He
a
ran
short
off
rest.
in there on his own.
Yeah,
Oh, I
like
guess
a
he
short
did.
rest.
Yeah.
I'd like a short rest.
I heard you the first time, Brian. I'm not your parents. I got you. I might be busy with something for a second.
Well, I thought we were just moving right along to talking about what we wanted to do.
Yeah, no problem. All right, yeah. So you guys can take a few minutes here to rest up. Brian? How many checks do you want to make?
All of them, because my willpower sucks so bad. But really, Fenrir just needs some hit points. So it's, and I need
What's your con?
for Fenrir or Thorson.
Well, I don't think like Fenner takes short rests. I think he just uses yours. Isn't that what we decided?
All right, so I'll make a con check to get hit points back.
How many cons do you? How much? What's your con?
9.
All right, so you don't have any bonuses. So you're going to take 3 checks. So
Yes.
yeah, you'd take 3 will checks.
Okay.
All right,
Ooh.
you succeeded.
That-
So now you get
that's it.
half. He gets half of his hit points.
All right, thank you.
Plus, like if he has a con bonus, and I'll give you another +1 hit point because it was a great success. Does anyone else want to take any checks?
Yeah, I'm gonna check for
How many checks are you going to take?
just
take
one. To try
1, 2, or 3, and if you then
I
with
better
those
do 2.
successes, you can choose what you want to do. So
Yeah.
go ahead and make
Can,
2 willpower
can we
checks.
get luck? Can we get luck back on those rests
No.
for a short rest? No. Okay,
No.
so I don't need anything.
Hit points, reroll pool, character abilities.
It's a will check.
So you were making 3, Brian. You're still stuck with the 3. You might as well make 2 more and see if you can get your ranger ability back from using the kenning earlier.
Yeah, I was just in the process of bookkeeping the hit point thing. I will continue to roll 2 more willpower saves because
Yeah,
it's just hilarious.
Oh,
All right, I take the hit point back. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know, right? You will never be able to use your ranger ability again. All right, well, there's another one.
All right, so now, yeah, you get it back. Did you take another one, Queel? You don't need to. You don't have anything else you want to
I
spend
don't
it
need
on?
to.
All right, but
Yeah,
just remember,
'cause I
you get
get
either
the-
1, 2, or 3, and your 2 is gone. So now you can take a 1 check or a
That's fine.
3 checks. All right, so we are halfway. So why don't we all just take our bios? I would say let's talk to chat, but chat is not talkative today. They're like,
Oh no!
I know.
there's a new president-elect, and I'm too busy to talk to you losers.
That's what I'm here.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, everyone take
Yeah,
a
I'm
few
gonna-
minutes for a bio.
Quickly do that. Hardcore so far, man.
Yeah, you gotta love the Midlands.
We got away pretty lightly with that, I think. In the sense of it could have gone so bad.
They're all like that.
Yeah, I think we were lucky because Hobbs was rolling as badly as we were a lot of the time as well. If he'd have rolled normally, then we could have been in dire straits. But
They're all like that.
so we probably used up a lot of our luck, not actual in-game luck, but real life luck already, and now we're heading down into the bad bit. So
Yeah, well,
maybe we're gonna.
we don't have a whole lot of time left, so this is just this is the good and the bad of the Midlands. It's fun while you're here, but you can't just say, oh well, can we stay over the night? Can we stay down in here? No, you have to go back to Megadeth's larder.
Well, it would kind of make sense if, like, unless there's a specific reason why you'd want to camp out underneath the city. I would not trust it, if you know what I mean.
Because the players need to come back the next time and start up where you left off. But
yeah,
this is something you've just got to get used to.
Yeah, it's the style of the game, isn't it? So it's, it's one of those things. But as long as you know how it is, you can prepare for it before the end of the session and get to the point where you're just like, yeah, it would make sense for us to head back now anyway, because it's getting dark and we've run out of beer.
Yeah, we didn't get to drink inside the Bellowing Boar.
I think we were right not to.
Yeah, because Oz's dex doesn't need to get any worse, right?
Yeah, I think it's work though,
Because
you can react to what the enemies are doing. Like, it actually kind of makes sense to have someone after them. I don't actually. Does that work tactically? I don't know, but it sort of seems to.
Bad and cleanup, yeah.
Yeah, having one of us not go first doesn't bother me a bit. I'm cool with Oz's dex being 5.
Get him a nice shiny metal leg.
Yeah, what? Chop his
He's
actual
got to cut
leg
this
off.
one off first.
Yeah,
exactly. You got it.
Yeah, I wrote that into part of his backstory just because I knew he had a poor dex. So I was like, I'm going to find a way to describe that. So I basically just an old leg injury, basically.
Was that in a fight or was it in a farming accident? Because I know he wants to be a farmer, so I don't know. Like,
it was in a fight. So in his backstory, he kind of fell in love with his brother's wife, and they basically had a big falling out where they almost killed each other. And then he left. I don't forget where the Venori lived north of here, right? So this is a settlement when we talk about Borngard.
Yeah, Borngard.
So they live north of here, and that's what sparked him to move away from their mainland. Like, all right, I can't be here with my brother anymore. We're just going to kill each other. So he moved here, and he had all that conflict. So that was where he ended up at this point where, all right, I'm just going to be a farmer. I'm going to find a nice woman that can still push a plow, and we're going to grow some hops, and I'm going to make some beer. Right? It's a pretty modest kind of idea at that point.
He's on like Venari, like Tinder or something, trying to find a wife right now.
I like the way
whatever
you said
the
that.
equivalent is.
If I stay here, we're just going to kill each other because I want to take his wife from him.
Right? Yeah, like it's the most reasonable thing in the world. Well, no, I want to. Like, she doesn't get a say in it, like
it does sound like The Last Kingdom. I haven't watched Vikings, but all of that does kind of track right in with that, the way that the Vornari feel about things. If you're not strong enough to keep it, then it's okay to take it. So
I would say Vikings over The Last Kingdom. I love The Last Kingdom, the books, but the series, the Vikings, that seems to be a lot better to me.
I haven't watched the Vikings at all.
Yeah.
I have watched all of The Last Kingdom, but all right. So you guys pilfer these guys, go through their pockets. So 4 more anointed blood on all of your hands. How many is that for Thorson now?
Not enough.
You do find some change, 26 pieces of gold. Argosan gold, boys.
We're loaded.
Yellow metal.
Are we
All
writing that in?
right.
Are we splitting it now, or are we divvying it up later?
I don't mind if Thorsten holds on to it.
Yeah, just we'll keep our eyes on him, but yeah, it's fine.
Anybody need a mace or a shield or a helmet or some chain mail? Because now's a great time to grab some.
Too bad you couldn't take that chainmail and bring it to the person that's fashioning the armor for Fenrir.
Oh,
Anybody need a shield, a mace, or some chainmail or a helmet? Because now's a great time to grab it.
I
Can you
think
hear
we're
us,
good.
Brian?
What?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you heard Lauren mention that you could try to take the chainmail to the armorer instead of using leather to try and fashion your barding.
Yeah. I know. I heard it.
Okay, I wasn't sure because you just repeated the same thing that you had before.
Oz is kind of the smart one. It just goes right over Thorsten's head, whatever he says. It's just like, let's grab some stuff. I'm a Venari Raider. It's here now.
Does anybody know how to write these guys as chicken scratch of a writing?
I don't even know how to write our chicken scratch of a writing. So
Fenrir, Wick, and Thorsten all look at Queel like, what the hell are you talking about?
Never mind.
So as you guys are pilfering the bodies and throwing them up against the wall there, the light seems to dim as it seems like there's like some kind of mist edging its way out of the stairwell and the door. You can kind of hear some kind of cry seems to echo, hey, that's quickly ends.
The rich guy's dead.
let's go find him and loot him.
I tried to give him a chance, man. I thought we could work out something where we could do some work for him, but yeah.
It was a good plan. I will take a note of that you should maybe try and attack the leader first and then hold him hostage, and hopefully it stops the fight. But these guys are obviously crazy. But yeah, Baldwin was impressed.
Who is leading the way? Are you guys all going down together, or what are you doing? So it does seem like this kind of purplish hued mist that kind of glimmers in the light. It kind of like hides the stairwell a little bit. You can tell that there's a stairwell going down, but it does seem like there's some unearthly mist with a slight smell of sulfur belching up from below.
I mean, the Rangers are stealthier, I think.
That's why I should stay in the back.
Yeah, that's why I carry the torch. I wouldn't want to sneak up on anybody.
Would now be a good time to have a chat with your owl and maybe tell it to go
fair enough.
Fly along and see what it could say? See? Or is it not going to be that clever?
Oh, it can come back and talk to me, and that's good. I'll send Owl down, fly down, and then fly back, and then I'll use my ranger ability for it to tell me what it sees.
All right, so you guys all kind of wait at the stairs. The mist is actually like fingers probing out into the outer room. And a few minutes passed, and the sounds of his wings were almost immediately muted as it went down into the mist below. And it seems like a few long minutes before Owl returns, and he says, empty rooms and a dead man are below.
Perfect. It said that empty rooms and there's a dead guy with a bunch of money just falling out of his pockets down below. We should probably hurry. Down, Thorsten.
Yeah, he probably has more of that paper.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but did you see what that paper turned into? It turned into real money that you can buy beer with.
Yes.
Okay, is Thorsten going first? Because Baldwin would go first if like he thought the way was clear and there's none of those really bad things.
Oh, okay.
He's just a bit wary of that.
Just move your token up somewhere in here.
Okay.
I don't know. There. How's that?
Yeah. Okay. So Baldwin will go down first. Hopefully the others are going to be pretty close behind him.
There's our marching order.
All right. You guys are going to... You don't have to go single file, but you certainly can. Oh,
can I get Oz up front with me then? Come on, Oz. Help an old buddy
The
out.
only reason I was holding back is it sounded like stealth was part of this mission, but if it's not, then I really don't care.
Baldwin's not stealthy anyway, particularly, especially when he's wearing like full war gear and stuff. I was going to ask a question. Could I take another shield and have it slung on my back, or is that like taking the piss a bit with?
No, it's fine. I usually only allow one sundering per session, but you can have the shield in case your other one gets destroyed or something.
Okay, cool. Right, so yeah, I will take the lead then with Oz slightly to the rear of me by the looks of it.
All right, so you guys go down some stairs and it takes a couple corners, and as soon as you move down, you're enveloped by this purplish glittering mist, and all sounds are muted. Even your own footsteps, your breath, and heartbeat are heavy in your senses. And you come to the stairwell opens up into a worked hallway within about just 5 or 6 feet past the stairwell. It opens up into two rounded alcoves that have statues of about 5 foot tall sitting felines. And then the hallway continues forward. What are you going to do?
All I know is Thorson's scared to death of statues.
They're only stone. Are they only stone?
Are you going to examine them?
No, I probably wouldn't pay too much attention to them. It wouldn't be the sort of thing I'd be particularly bothered by. I'm looking for things that are moving and that look bad. I probably would maybe look... No, I wouldn't even look for traps particularly, actually.
Oh, crap. Here we go. A new map.
I mean, if they truly presented as like statues, I don't think Oz would really take much more notice than that, unless there was something particularly interesting about them. They're just,
Do they have gems for eyes? Because I've heard tell of statues that have gems for eyes. So I would check that. If they don't, then I would just pass on and move forward.
All right, so they don't have gems for eyes, but they do seem that they're flecked with bronze. So they look like felines, long, tall felines, and there are it looks like some kind of pictographs on the walls along this hall. And at the feet of the statues, like between their legs, are bronze bowls that do glitter with ancient coin.
Ooh. Okay. It could be bad luck to touch this treasure. I think this treasure may be meant for something else and not us.
Kind of ancient god. Hold on a second, boys. He'll go over and he'll flick a coin in each of the bowls without passing in between them, just like walk over to the side, clink, over side, clink. And after he drops the money in each one, he'll walk in between them and go to the other side.
Okay. And you can see beyond. It looks like there's a much larger room is visible beyond an arched doorway. And it seems like it has some pillars and a grate in the floor. And next to the grate in a pool of blood, it looks like Hargrave's unmoving corpse.
Baldwin would take a cue from Quill's behavior and realize what he's done, and he would do the same with two coins as well.
All right, yeah, just mark the coins off.
So 2 coins. In fact, he will put 2 in each. So that'll be 4. Just because he wants to make sure he's paid enough. Right, and then he'll
I'm
move
trying to
forward.
earn money. I can't be giving it away to these statues. Come on, I'm living in squalor unless you're until Baldwin helped me out. So
I'll pay for it. I'm a little bit tight. I'll pay for you.
So Oz is going to take all the coins when everybody else walks past.
No. I know that these are not coins to be had.
All right, so it doesn't seem like your torchlight, it gives you the light that you would be used to in these sorts of experiences. It must be this mist that kind of sits in the air, dulling sound and the light of the flickering torches. There is a sound that you do hear. It sounds like kind of a muted metal, and hanging from the inside, like towards the inside of the room of each of these pillars, it looks like manacles, chains and rusted manacles.
Well, that's not good.
That's not good.
Let's enter the room.
Okay. In that case, Baldwin will step forward into the room.
Yep. 1 step forward, everybody. Giant leap for the Midlands here.
All right, you can see that there is a another archway in the western wall. It's about 30 feet by 30 feet chamber. Just at the edge of your light, you can see that there are these pillars with these manacles, chains and manacles hanging from them, and then a grate in the floor. And Hargrave's body, his blood, seems to be kind of flowing down towards the grate. You notice some other brown smears.
Is there any way we can sort of see that he died from where we are? Are we close enough to get some kind of eye? Has he got big gaping wounds, or?
He's kind of like in the fetal position, and so you can just kind of see his back rolled. But there's a pool of blood, but the blood all seems to be slowly flowing towards the center of the room in that grate.
Not going to be a good time for us when that blood gets that grate.
Oz is going to move up and roll him over. I want to see the nature of those wounds and see if he was like cut open, try to discern something, or is it bludgeoning? And as he does so, he's like, I was going to lay him to waste, but I didn't do this. Like making sure that you guys know he didn't like before he ran away.
So go ahead and move Oz in there. Oz, as you kind of pass into the pillars, you can kind of hear something. It sounds like distant cries of pain and agony, and like the sound of whips and the manacles on the chains on these pockmark alabaster pillars stained with old blood. You can hear it just kind of echoes in the chamber. That the other guys don't hear it, but you do. And as you roll them over, it looks like his face and like any exposed flesh, like the front of his shirt, is all like ripped with whip marks. Like he's been lashed to death.
Try and keep that blood from going down the crate, Oz.
I don't know if Oz would put those things together. I mean, this is clearly
no,
a place
Quill's
for
telling
go,
you.
but I don't know.
Telling
him?
Yeah, don't let that blood go down that crate there.
Sure. Oz will try to drag his corpse probably back this way, back towards him, to the right of the screen there.
All right, as you
if
reach,
I'm getting instructions, I don't think Oz would have come up with that on his own, but if Quill's yelling that to him, sure.
As you reach down again to like move him, and Oz kind of yells out. So you guys don't hear that, but you see it looks like, a kind of a shadowy figure is slightly visible past the distant pillars. He looks like he kind of doesn't quite look human, like his lower portions of his body kind of edge the wrong direction, and something kind of tinkles along the ground. You can see like a rope or something has fallen from his hand, metal bits flecking as he kind of edges closer into the light. And he seems like, and he seems to say something in a unknown,
I shoot an arrow.
an unknown tongue.
Do we all see this, or just Oz at this point?
You can just kind of see him back there.
Oh,
Looks
I do see. Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
large. This is kind of like a vaulted chamber. These pillars, these alabaster, pockmark, and bloodstained pillars with manacles hanging from them. And he seems to say something. His cloven hooves kind of scratching along the ground.
We would very much like to shoot an arrow at him.
I think Queel should be able to. Here, I'm going to show you what you see.
Oh, we might be getting a boss monster.
Oh,
yeah,
crap.
that deserves an arrow. That
Not a hug. You sure? Hug or arrow? Which one?
Yeah, behold our new Lord and Savior.
What a great haircut.
That is
right?
pretty amazing.
I'm pretty sure 11's not going to hit him, though.
No, it flies in. So he like kind of points. Let's roll initiative. That'll be Oz's action. We'll just act like you got a great success, Oz. When he points, you guys notice, especially the people near them, that these the manacles that were moving a little bit, like in some kind of unseeable wind, they seem to be alive.
That's what I figured.
You did?
Oh, no.
I thought you'd be surprised by that.
No,
I'm not surprised by anything.
To get those manacles not to move is to kill that guy over there.
Okay, this is pretty bad. Do they look like they're kind of quite long chains, those manacles? They could reach us, like lash out from the pillar.
It's like, I'm going to apply physics to these things, even though they're animated live manacles.
Queel's going to apply physics. He's going to shoot another arrow at that thing.
There's a manacle that's flashing around right next to you by the looks of it.
Yeah. So Queel, you already had your action. You basically had a great success on this round.
Gotcha.
So you basically have started, but everyone is still going to be able to act before anything else does. It looks like we have Fenner, I even did it myself now. Son of a biscuit. Where is Oz's initiative? Did we lose Oz? No, he's here. Lauren, where's your initiative, sir? There it is. We should have known what it was.
Those are good rolls, too.
Ah, sweet.
All right. So it looks like we have Thorson.
All right. Well, this is a fine predicament I'm in. I'm going to drop my new shield and pick up my hammer. Can I swing at this manacle here?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to try to club this manacle with my hammer.
You can move right into the same area that they are.
Yeah, that's a good hit.
That is a miss, sir. Who's up?
I think Fenrir and Wick will move up a little bit too. Brave Wick with her torch.
Owl sees those statues that's near. No, I'm just kidding about that part. All right, so
I've got a success. I don't know.
yeah, Baldwin, what are you gonna do, man?
So I'll turn to my right and try and chop down on the chains that I can see kind of moving around near Quill. if they're like, I don't know whether they're lunging at him or whether they just look threatening.
Yeah, like the manacles are open and they're kind of snapping like crab claws or something in metal. You can hear in the background, all of you guys can hear now these cries of pain and whip sounds.
That was a 20 to hit with 7 damage.
Nice.
Cheers, roll 20.
What's Queel doing?
I had to move him. I had to move him so you guys could see that Baldwin lashed out and destroyed those manacles that were hanging nearby.
Oh, good work, Simon. I thought Queel was running.
Queel runs.
Not yet.
Not yet. Excellent.
All right, so you guys can see the creature, the fiend, slipping amongst the shadows as the clinking of these manacles strike out at. Who do they strike out at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Wick, apparently. Wick and Thorson.
This oddly reminds me of the crypt.
Of what crypt?
The crypt that I faced, that other boss monster where I was always the target until it was dropped. Okay. Thorson's 15. I don't know if Wick has dex, but she has breastplate and a shield, so it should be 14.
All right, so Wick is the manacles lash out and draw her up onto this post around her wrist.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Up on the post. She can make a luck strength check. You don't have a strength for her, probably, right? Or him?
You wouldn't.
Them? Not yet.
I never got control of the character sheet of Wick.
All right, roll 3d6, sir.
3d6. Come on, Wick. You don't want to be hung up there. 9.
All right, so she's got a 9, so that's no bonus. So you need a 5 or less on the luck check. Go ahead and roll D20.
Oh. Sure. Come on, Wick. Come on, roll 20. Oh, that's close. Sorry, Wick.
Sorry, Wick. So the torch falls out of her grasp and seems to squelch out right as it hits the ground. And you can see that even below the mist, like this whole area now, what used to be blood stains before, actually looks like blood.
This is such a bad place to be. Why are we here? I was promised gold.
You know how much gold that guy's got to have?
But the loss of the torch just allows you to see that there is like a bloody glow coming from the grate. It kind of lights up the chamber, even though it's still kind of maybe a little fuzzy in some places because of the mist. There, yeah, so it's like a kind of a dim light. Is someone up?
Kind of like the inside of Thorson's head.
I think all we've got left is Oz on a terrible failure.
All right,
Oz is going to save the day.
Does the creature act on this turn?
He kind of shifted around, and he's just like kind of dancing around in the back, around the pillars and these clapping manacles.
Yeah, he wants us to get all trapped in manacles is what he wants.
The manacles seem to have a really long reach, right? Is that the idea? They're not limited to just the chains are pretty long.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, this has just been a cacophony of hysteric action. They kind of snapped out. Baldwin went out. It's very quick, but it seems like it did grab Wick from like 10 feet away. So,
And the posts that they're tied to, what are those made out of?
Stone, alabaster, pockmarked alabaster.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you described that. The grate in the floor, you said, almost seems to have like a glow based on it. It's just liquid blood, I think you
Yeah,
said.
a sanguine glow.
Does it look like it's movable, or does it look like it's anchored into the stone of floor?
Not easy to tell at this point. You probably have to go over there and spend some time to check it out.
At this point, every place is dangerous. It looks like, because it sounds like there's no real place that's out of reach of the manacles. I could see Oz moving to the center of the room to kind of get a closer look at that grate, but also making a really strong effort. I might take a defensive action to just put the shield up. So I think I'm gonna, rather than attack, I'm gonna get to the center of the room, take a defensive action, and see if I can get a better sense for what the grate is, and maybe get a better sense for my surroundings.
All right, make a perception check. Or detection, I guess I should say, if you have that.
Oh, great success.
Nice work.
It looks like it's mortared into the ground.
All right, I didn't know if it was an escape hatch for us. Maybe we could jump into a big pool of blood down there. Great.
It's possible that it's been here for a while. The edges certainly seem rusted, and while the whole area seems kind of bloody, it doesn't necessarily seem to you like there's blood everywhere, even though the torch went out in the blood. With a feat of strength, you certainly could possibly rip it up.
All right, that's something to keep in mind. So right now, Oz is kind of hunkering down behind the shield and just kind of taking in all the environment a little bit and see what the options are. Hopefully I won't get destroyed.
All right, yeah, so like here? Is that where you are?
No.
Yeah, so these manacles near you, they both kind of clattered as you moved up there, but with your shield and your defensive posture, they didn't harm you when you moved into that area, okay? So I think it's initiative time again.
Oh, my life, Oz.
Great success.
That's 7 in a row, by the way.
Queel, what are you going to do?
That's outstanding, man.
Wheel is going to, he's not dropping his bow, but he's pulling out his battle axe. Walking over here to where Wick is, and he's going to smash the joint where the chains come together.
Yeah, so it's probably about 8 feet high, 8 or 9 feet high on the post, because it's ripped her up to the edge. But you can certainly reach it with your battle axe.
He's going to give it a smash and attempt to free her. There we go. That's a miss.
Yeah, so
I hit the pillar. Stop moving.
Yeah, so Wick is like fighting him, so you can't tell if the manacles are still shifting around, but you might even hit it a bit, but it just wasn't enough to do anything at this point. All right, Baldwin.
I am looking pretty distraught at the fact that Oz has just moved to the center of the room and into danger. I guess Queel is trying to rescue.
Who knows
Wick.
with Queel?
Yeah, probably trying to rob Wick. Thinking about it. So I will move over. No, that's just putting me in danger. I guess I have to. Baldwin's going to move over here and try and help Dawson with these manacles.
Okay.
So, taking another hefty shot with his borrowed longsword. 17, damage 6.
Yeah, he cuts him down. Destroys him. The chain killer.
Yeah. Not hitting anything else today, but chains is fine.
Alrighty. Nice. Looks like we got let's see what happens here with some manacles, right?
Yeah, I'm in I'm in danger there, I think.
Good for you, Simon.
No, it's not. It's terrible. Someone needs to do a rescue exploit.
Baldwin
I've got.
missed, but against Oz,
Right.
all of these things seem to be enacted.
Oh man, I didn't think they could get you from there.
What's your AC with your? Because you have a +2. Because I've given you your dex, your basically the bonus that you can get from the dodging, so to speak. What?
The defense action is like +2 AC, right? I think something like that.
Yeah. What's your AC?
I have a 16 regularly, but +2 will give me an 18.
Oh, so close.
That's a good AC, though.
That is
a bloody good AC.
All right, make a luck strength check.
Come on, man.
All right, success. Yeah, so they clamp on, but you wrench yourself free.
Do you have to lose a luck point at that?
Yeah. So it really rips them out of the post, and they fall lifeless on the ground. But the Lash Fiend clomps into the area. His whip, you now realize, looks like somehow it's a whip made of bone, tipped at the end with lashing steel.
Good luck, Oz.
Good out.
All right. Skitters off of your shield. Oz is like taking it on the face right here, guys. Nothing can bother him. All right, and now it is Thorson's turn.
All right. What to do? I'll throw my hammer at this guy.
Go ahead.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am.
We're all curious.
I know, right? Well, I can't hold a torch and shoot a bow, but that's a 18. That's a 22.
Ooh.
Nice. Why do you get +4? Seems like a lot.
I think I'm
supposed to be
third level, and I have a dex bonus.
Oh, so your BAB or whatever, your bonus to hit, right? Perfect. Yeah, so the hammer.
I'm a substantial character now in this, so being third level.
Hits the fiend.
So, just something right out of a movie with Thor. It flies in the air and whacks him right in the face.
Yeah, I will immediately take back what I said before about you not being the real Thor. I drop to one knee and I say, "My lord, I'm sorry."
He could be the real Thor. The Thor just isn't anybody in this particular setting. All right.
Real
Nice.
Thor would have done more damage, though. I got to bring him down a little.
What's Oz do?
All right. Oz is looking at this grate, thinking it's a lot bigger shield than his current shield. And I'm going to try to rip it from its moorings in the ground and then hold it between me and this creature. That's what I'm going to try to do. Now, you might just see a guy yanking at this thing, but if I can rip it up out of the ground and hold it between us, the other thing is, I don't know where I would stand in that scenario because I feel like if I ripped it up, then I'd be falling into the pit of blood. So, so I don't know how that would work in terms of positioning or if I'd end up over here, but I'm guessing that's just a strength check.
Sounds like it to me.
Yeah, you don't take up the whole square anyway, do you? It's just, that's 5 foot, so you'd
Now,
be on the edge of it, I guess.
I can apply a reroll to this, maybe? I'm already asking because I want to make sure this happen.
I think so.
Have you got athletics or something?
Yeah. Not a strength check. Athletics is probably the right roll.
I do have athletics.
Yep, so that means you
All right,
would be
ready?
able to apply a reroll pool. But make an athletics check.
Six.
All right. Yeah, pretty good. I was going to give you some negatives, but it's not going to matter. You take care of it, no problem. You wrench it free. The smell of blood and the cries and moans of the anguished are loud as he wrenches it out of the moorings. Rubble kind of falls away from it. The lash fiend opens his mouth. I guess his mouth is always open. All right.
I guess my intent was, if I'm able to, is to kind of lift it up, but let it still stay on the ground and use it basically as a shield between me and the fiend.
Oh, okay. So you're just kind of you must have thrown off your shield.
I think I would have had to, but basically I'm upgrading hopefully to what's a bigger shield. Maybe, I don't know. I hope it's used as a barrier between me and the fiend.
And maybe those manacles on that side for sure. All right.
I'm sorry, GM Hobbs, but I rolled a 19 and I hit him with my hammer, and that gives me the special effect.
You rolled an 18.
Well, oddly enough, roll 20 rolled for me twice, and the first one was a 19.
Okay. Yeah,
and the second one was an 18.
All right, what's the hammer do?
The hammer. The hammer of Thorson. Maybe thrown 25 feet on a natural 19 to hit roll, you knock your target prone or backwards up to 10 feet.
Yeah, you could have knocked him prone if you want.
Then he is
that sounds
knocked
more
prone.
That sounds more Thorish.
Wow. That is pretty awesome.
As Oscar rips this up, and now it is initiative.
All right. Come on, roll 20.
Oh, only a failure this time, Oz. It's an improvement, man. Well done.
Oz
we
is
got some
rocking
sound
this
effect.
game. Oh, me cracking my knuckle?
No, I can hear music or sound effects that have just come on.
Yeah,
unless I'm actually hearing
I forgot that I'd already added this on.
Oh, my music in roll 20's off.
I gotta find like a fight music here.
Everyone's doing like crazy exploits, like throwing hammers, knocking people over, ripping grates out of the floor.
Oh, I should have done a martial exploit on that. Oh man!
All right.
I missed the opportunity.
Did you guys roll initiative, or where are we at here?
Yep. We're all rolled.
We are all in initiative, GM Hobbs.
It's Queel again. Oh, great success.
I will
All right, Queel,
attempt to... Same thing. I got to try and feel pretty wick here. It's only the right thing to do. All right, here we go. 13.
What are you attacking? A 13? Were you attacking the fiend?
Chain. No, I'm attacking the chain to free wick.
Oh, okay. I think that is enough. You did 3 points of damage?
2.
2 points of damage? Well, fortunately for you, it's still enough. Wick falls to the floor.
Well, then I tell her, all right, get out of here. Get your church. Never mind, you don't need it.
All right. All right, who is up?
Let's see. It was Queel and then Thorson.
Go ahead, buddy.
It's not Fenrir the Wonder Dog. Wick will quickly move back and start to light up another torch.
Okay.
This Goonie dude's down. but there's so many things around it. Thorson's going to pull out a spear. Yes, I know.
How many times do we have to have this argument before you just like realize, oh, it's probably when I say pull out a spear, it doesn't make any sense.
I know.
So why don't you take the spear off of your character sheet and not use it anymore, and then we'll all be happy.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. So,
better yet, then Wick will run over here and grab Thorson's torch.
all right.
Thorson will drop his gloves and produce a longbow, GM Hobbs.
All right, buddy. I like
we
the way
almost
you
made
say
it through the. We almost made it through a whole session without me doing this, but I'm going to ground pound this guy with my longbow and yell the mighty battle cry for the Venari.
Go ahead.
For the Venari!
I love it. See, that's how I need to do it.
Did someone just play something? It sounded like someone just played something.
That was Oz screaming
Nice
for the
job.
Venari.
Nice.
16 for 9.
All right.
He
Hits
is
him.
prone.
Hits
a good
him, my
hit.
man.
Let me mark off an arrow and my spear. Oh, the spear. Fenrir's not going to do anything just yet. Other than maybe bark at Oz, because Oz is acting weird. Roof, roof.
All right, who's up?
I think we're out of successes, so it's them.
Oh, shit.
Then it will be Oz and Baldwin after that. I think Oz should go first after the...
All right. So the Lash Fiend stands up and strikes out with his weapon. This time at Baldwin.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. I so knew it was.
It's a serious reach.
Miss. Yeah, the bone just whipped, just. But you are still gonna get a. We'll see. I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this time these are lashing out at Thorson. Another miss. The other two crack and splatter against the shield, the new grate of Oz, but the last one around the edges doesn't hit either. So Oz, what are you going to do?
Wow. Do I look... I hefted the grate up off the ground. Do I think I could lift it?
Sure.
So I want to pick it up and bum rush this fiend right into the wall if I can. Just put all my force behind it. I really wish... Actually, Baldwin, I'd love to be able... You have a turn left. I would love to yell to you, let's smash him! And pick it up and see if I can get me and see if we could squish him against the wall like a bug.
Let's give it a go, man. You're up first.
You throw down your weapon and help him?
Well, I'm gonna see. Can we do it at the same time? And I give him a help action or something. Okay,
Yeah.
so no, I'm just gonna use my shield to do the same thing and kind of so we box him in with the grate on one side and me with my shield, and then I'll try and stab him up as we kind of go as well, if
All right.
possible.
All right, it sounds like why don't you just roll an attack roll? This sounds like obviously how long do you want to try to pin him against the wall? So a major exploit. That's what it sounds like to me.
I guess, at least for the round, I guess it's like a charge, but I guess I want to smash him against the wall. I don't know if I can hold him there necessarily. It just depends on his strength at that point.
Well, let's just do it as a minor exploit then. So, but I'll give you the attack roll with advantage. So I gave you
I
advantage
knew
with the
this ride
attack
would
roll.
come to an end.
So go ahead and roll again.
Yes.
Oh, the reroll?
Yeah, I'm
what you're saying?
gonna let you roll again
Yeah.
because you're gonna get advantage on the attack with the help from Baldwin.
Ooh, even
It's- hey,
together
it's-
we can't do it.
It's better than that first roll.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So-
So where do we end up?
He sidesteps. You guys are all over here,
Oh no.
but now you can't do any more mech exploits, right?
Yeah,
Against this
that
guy.
makes sense.
I think everybody's out now. Exploits.
You can exploit
You-
down
you-
here again, just not in that scene before.
Oh, that's right. It's per scene, not game. I got it.
Well, that was us.
Yeah, sorry, I got a
Is the
call here.
reroll? I know you gave me a reroll for that, but is the reroll pool still available?
Not, I don't think you can use it for attacks. You can only use it for like luck checks and skill checks.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
okay.
use rerolls or because I was just looking that up again.
It's when you've
skill-
got a skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
Skill checks, luck checks, test recoveries. You can use it on those, and dead tests.
I don't think you were using a reroll. You had advantage, so you were
Yeah, I
rolling
had advantage.
220s.
Yeah.
So you,
Right. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
didn't use your reroll on that, if I understand what happened.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, that's
No,
that's
that's how
right.
it's
Yeah.
described. I guess I wanted one more chance on top of the chance I got.
Hey,
Yeah.
I can't blame you for trying.
Double advantage, man. Okay, well we're done then, I think.
All right,
We've got because that was
now it's time for initiative again, right?
yeah. Let's get
Come
some good
on, roll
let's
20.
get some
All right, Baldwin,
yes.
why don't you go ahead?
Well there's Fenrir.
Yeah, I know. I was just
great,
gonna. You're right there. I was just gonna say go ahead. And you kind of lost your turn a little bit last time, so I'm trying to
Okay,
speed it up a little bit.
All right, so I will bounce off the wall, spin round, and come flying back at him. And can I get to here? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will. So I'll come round the pillar and just try and plunge my sword into him. Let's give it a good one. Nope. It was a good hit, but it was a bad roll. It was 10 damage for 8.
That's the second time you've done that, right?
Yeah, yeah. I need to get used to the heft of this sword, I think.
Nice, Thorson.
Thorson will just I'll just try a regular hit. I'm not going to get fancy on this guy. I've almost killed him.
All righty.
But I will scream for the Venari. Oh.
Miss. All of
GM
your
Hobbs?
attacks seem to be getting fouled up by the chain,
GM
the manacles
Hobbs?
there. Yes, sir.
May I use a reroll pool, please?
Is that
Not
a thing
for an
you can?
attack, I don't
Yeah,
think.
you can't usually do it for attacks unless you have a special thing or
Use on
something.
attacks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So no, you can't use your reroll pool. All right.
Go face the corner wall, Brian.
It looks like we get to see what happens now, eh? What the heck? I'm going to have to find some combat music to put in here. I didn't even realize that I had it set up for that. All right, so, man, we're like all scattered around here.
Yeah, this is going to go bad. I just need to step away for 2 seconds to let my dogs out. Is that all right?
All right. Well, only if you
Literally
don't
2
mind not being here when your character dies. It's all cool.
That'll be fine.
Okay.
When I come back and everyone's crying, then I know that's what
We'll
happened.
save. Yeah, I
Or
don't think that's
cheering.
gonna happen.
1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, Baldwin. 1, 2. So while he's gone, let's see if we can kill him off. The manacles here attack him. Ooh, looks like one of them got him. All right, so 2 of them on Oz. Neither of those hit him. So all we need is a check from... All we need is a check from Baldwin. Let's see, who's this guy? Ooh, the Fiend also does not like Baldwin. Were you going to say something, Brian?
Well, I don't think I'm within 30 feet of him. So, no.
Yeah, maybe.
Am I dead yet?
You have been attacked. Some manacles have grabbed you. So you need to make
unfortunate.
A luck strength check.
Luck strength. Okay. Here we go. Oh, failure.
But you can re-roll you can use your re-roll pool for
You
this.
can use re-roll for this.
I will definitely use my re-roll pool. So I have no re-roll pool left. Success. Ooh, I think it's worth it.
All right, good, because otherwise it was an auto hit from the last Fiend, and he missed you. He missed you. So who's up? It couldn't be.
Quill.
Oh, it is Quill. I was going to say it couldn't be Oz bringing it up at the end, could it?
Well, he still will be bringing it up at the end, right? You've got a terrible.
I haven't succeeded. Well, actually, I have terrible failures on 7 of 8, and I guess 1 failure of 1 of 8. So.
But who's counting? Queel, what are you doing?
Quill's gonna drop his battle axe, and he's going to shoot his bow.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah. 13's probably not going to hit the Fiend.
13 misses. Now it's Oz.
All right, so we can't get too fancy because I wrecked my exploit against this guy. Otherwise, I think I'd be trying to wrestle him into the kick. And he might like that. That might be like a source of power. So I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go with a sword attack. I'm sitting here. I don't know if I'm able to let the grate fall over and don my sword and shield again, and then still make an attack. I don't have the move, I guess.
Drop it up. Go ahead.
Nope.
Man, these rolls.
This blackness that's gonna pervading all of our senses just throwing me off.
Oh, this is a bit hectic. This is more like it.
Finally found something. All right, so no, I mean, yeah, it must be throwing you off, but you have done good work. All right, so initiative again.
Yep.
What is this, like round 4?
Something like that.
Oh, so Baldwin, you wrapped these chains around. Can you guys hear me, or is it too loud?
No, it's fine. You can turn it down yourself in your bit.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you can leave it how it is, and we can turn it down ourselves. But
It's well, because my music level is cranked. That's why it's too loud.
All right, so when you ripped those out of the post, and they fell lifeless when you did that, when they attacked you. All right.
Nice.
One great success from Thorson, it looks like.
I think
Oscar, success. Good job. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like they're bowing to you, Oz.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, I think we just have to hack this guy down. I have to admit, I'm really hoping for a 19 or 20 because that's disarm, and I'd like to get that whip out of this guy's hand. So that's my real hope here.
Let's just get a hit on him.
You got 17, yeah.
Nice.
Did you say you did want to try to disarm him?
No, I don't have any exploits left. I'm just hoping to get a 19 or 20.
All right, so Oz, what's he use? A sword or an axe or what?
It's a long sword, yeah.
All right, yeah, so he slashes at this guy and digs deep into his side and kind of melts into his own bloody pool and heads down towards the thing and all of his belongings with him.
Ah, that whip.
The manacles fall lifeless.
Hey. Oh, we can search the corpse of the merchant, though.
That's what we're here for.
We'll be like, "Good job, everybody!" As he steps up and he's looking at the body.
Like, no one else freaked out. Well, Quill is just not phased by anything by the looks of it.
He's been a firm believer in myths and the scary stories that his mom used to tell him. So, his mom used to like to scare him a lot when he was a kid. So,
whilst
Apparently.
you're searching the body, Baldwin's going to go round and try and wrench all of the remaining manacles out of their sockets on the pillars, if he can manage it.
So that light and the sounds that had been in the room of shouts of torment and lashes fades away, likely to never return. Now that the demon is destroyed. All right, so yeah, Oz, you take care of that. That's no problem. Let's jump over here to my random table to see what this guy has.
I have a question.
Sure.
He didn't act like a boss monster. So that wasn't a boss character, was it, GM Hobbs?
Are you looking for a peek behind the curtain, sir?
Just asking.
No, it wasn't a boss monster.
Yeah. Yeah, but still tough.
It was a
tough thing was the manacles.
Tough room.
I mean,
yeah.
if the manacles had strung us all up, we would have been really kind of torn apart. I think that was where we kind of lucked out. None of us really got seized by them, I don't think. Right? Wick was the only one that got picked up by the manacles.
Wick was the only one that got...
You had like 5 of them or something on you. If you hadn't done that defensive thing,
yeah.
But then again, because you were in the middle and they all went for you, they didn't pick us off individually because I think they would have done. So that was like, I think that really worked in our favor.
I had a little luck going there, like real life luck in there for a little while, but then it all ran out when I tried to bum rush him with the grate. that was the end of it.
That was another good move, though. It was a good plan. Pin him and then stab him up. Like, yeah.
Actually, it would have been neat. Like, you would have the grate holes, like pinhole him through. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he does have some loose change on him in the tune of worth 24 gold pieces.
Brian, are you keeping check of all
I'm going to say... I'll just hand it all over to Thor.
Yeah, we got 50 gold pieces out of this so far. And some...
Gotta have good magical loot, right? Yeah. Right?
And a bunch of stuff upstairs, too. Ooh, a fine ring.
And on a necklace around his neck that looks strangely of having little value, you find it looks like there's a tiny gilded cage with a moth inside.
Ooh.
In another inside pocket, a medicine dropper with like a, like you could drop a little bit of medicine out.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting.
I am a apothecary, herbalist, medical kind of guy. I should probably take the dropper.
Now is not the time to get high.
So you say.
You are an apothecary guy? Do you want to like open it and smell it and try to figure out what it is?
Yeah, totally want to. Let me see.
Yeah, why don't you make a I think it's like survival.
Apothecary roll?
Well, if you actually have apothecary, yeah, go ahead. Honestly, I don't even think you need to. It's pretty obvious to you that it's nectar.
So it is for
the
getting
moth.
high. AB. Yeah, good call. You should let the moth out.
Wait, so in the game is nectar something that we would know, like a healing potion or something? Or do you mean nectar, like just from plants?
Yeah, just like a nectar is like, it looks like it's bottled nectar from plants, yeah. like a sweet,
Got like a
water or something.
sugary smell. Okay.
Gotta feed
Yeah,
them
probably
off,
for.
yeah.
But what the hell is the moth doing in a cage for it?
I don't know. That's kind of weird.
What are these?
That's
Guys
really
called?
weird.
Endurance? Do I have that right? Endurance?
Or Gosens.
Gosens. Well, these Argosens are weird.
That is very weird.
It's not the pet of an Argosan, though. This is the pet of a fiend, right?
No, this is on the
merchant.
Hargrave.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah,
It's on
the
Hargrave.
fiend went into liquid blood and went back down the drain. That sounds like some kind of cult thing to me.
So
Probably
did you guys
just
get the
let the
bloodied
moth out.
robes? The robes were very nice when they're probably worth 50 gold pieces because they were threaded with gold or silver or something. But right now, without a good cleaning, they're only worth about 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, we'll take them.
You really want to strip him off?
That's a good
I don't.
point.
I'm
I
all for
guess he's
rolling
going
it.
to have underclothes, right? Yeah, if they look good enough, we'll take them. I'll take his boots as well if they're any good. Even if they're not
Well-
worth any money, I'll take his boots.
I'm all for
Um,
rolling his body into that pit. Whoosh.
Do we really want to mess with what's down there? That's where that thing went when Oz stabbed it. It disappeared and flowed back down into that pit.
Oh,
we wanna
it
send him
flowed
down
into
there?
That pit. No,
Well-
we don't.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I thought he just
I do have a-
evaporated.
Question regarding carrying chainmail from one of the fallen anointed out. I don't think that can go without notice.
It's all right.
we got backpacks.
We could bring it back home to
Got it.
Vorngard.
Lay down the bloody robes, the chainmail in it, and roll it up like a big old burrito or carpet, and then just chuck it on your shoulder.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna know.
Okay. Can we see anything down these tunnels, or we're just got torchlight around us at the moment, and then there's no light flickering off from further down the tunnels, north and west?
No.
Okay,
Looks like
so
there's a slight turn to the one, or like it would be up to Wick to have to like get close because that's the only light now that the glowing red light is gone.
Well, it's a 3-hour game session, so there
Wick
you
is
go.
going down there.
yeah,
No, I'm just showing them what was down there.
All right. When you pass through the archway. Just kidding.
You're good though.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So we will take the stuff from the dead Hargrove guy and start heading back to Magda's larder. Well
Yeah.
done, guys. Well done.
nice. Yeah, well done, everyone.
Let's
Wheel will
see,
stick
we've
his
got-
head out first to make sure that the coast is clear before we come bum rushing out of this place again with a bunch of stuff. Try to limit the amount of people seeing us come and go from here.
All right, so as the party slinks off, and then their step getting bolder and bolder as it gets closer and closer to Magda's, the camera shifts back to the cellar door, the bellowing the bellowing boar, and in the shadows at the door, someone moves, and you can see a light glint off of a mask over his face.
Ooh.
All right.
We need to let that moth go too. That's not
Is it-
right.
Is it dead or alive, that moth?
It's alive.
That's even more weird.
All right,
I know.
guys.
That's why we should let it go.
Wick, watch the robes. All right, so let's wrap this session up. Yes, you can get the robes cleaned up and you can sell them now. You guys can have that.
Okay. So that's another 12 each. How much can we get for the ring then?
The
I
ring's
don't
worth.
think we should get rid of the ring.
Okay.
It was on a
All right.
chain.
No, he was
doesn't
wearing the
look-
ring. the
moth.
cage.
You're right.
Yeah, the cage was on a chain.
Okay, sell the ring. We need a wizard type so that we can tell. We're probably selling stuff we should keep.
Yeah, we let the moth go when we get outside.
There you go.
So that's 12 each for the ring, or do we have to pay a tax on that?
No, that's fine. You can sell it straight up for that. But when you let the moth go outside, it kind of flits around for a little while around you. Who had the cage and let it go?
I guess it'll be me.
All right, so you
I
open it up.
I would have did it either too, so it could be either of us.
Well, Queel can do it then.
All right,
Okay,
so
I'll do
Queel make a saving throw versus No, I'm just kidding. All right, so Queel lets the moth go, flutters around. You guys are outside, flutters around and kind of lands on your clothing. You guys are all like waiting to see if something happens, and then eventually flies off.
Just like time flies in the Midlands session, another successful run.
Yeah, nice job. So let's So you guys split that up. Everyone gets 1 XP, obviously.
I'm level 2.
Yay!
Well done, Simon. Well
Congrats.
done.
Bonkers. 3 session XP. So I take it I reset my XP to 0 and just put that I'm level 2 on my character sheet now.
However you want to do it, or you could just go at 6, you're level 3, at 9, or at level 4.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
However you want to do it. So let's talk about highs and lows, which could include anything, meta stuff or game stuff or whatever, anything that you think might be able to help the sessions be better in the future. We started with Lauren. When we started, let's start with Brian.
Well, we were talking about the low points kind of being we can't start off where we leave off once. It's something I'm working on. The high point is just getting in the new server. Having a muster take 2 hours is a huge improvement over what it was at that other audio Discord. And thanks for running, and thanks for everybody for coming out and playing today. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Cheers for inviting us, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I have these games set up this way so I can have as many players as possible. If there's only a few players that play, I mean, that's not what I can do. That's why it is the episodic how it is, really. That's the whole concept, is to have, 50 people in the player base. Talk to more people, get more games going. You don't have to wait once a month. I mean, we could play it once a week if we wanted to. So go ahead, Simon. You got anything?
Well, in the game wise, I suppose it was kind of just pretty hilarious for me that Oz was always going last in every
that was awesome.
round. And also, I think literally maybe did one actual attack with his weapon. The rest of his time, he was like looking around the environment. What can I use? Oh, I'm going to just grab that guy and hold him hostage, or pick this thing up, or do whatever. And that was kind of awesome, inventive stuff, which I think makes the combat more fun.
He does seem like a clever Vornari, doesn't he?
He does. He's way too clever for his own good. He'll probably end up dead.
Really a Vornari.
Let's
Doesn't
check.
act like us.
Let's check. He might have a false beard or something.
Right?
But yeah, everyone was awesome again. So it was really good. So thanks very much for running it. It's quality.
Nice, Lauren.
Yeah, every time I go into these, I have to say, so I did a lot more role playing in actual life, dropping real dice on tables and stuff. And I've never really loved virtual playing, but these couple of sessions have been really quite good. I really enjoyed them a lot. So kudos to you. I was looking forward to it, and it delivered. It was fun. You guys playing with them, you guys are great. I think one of the good changing points, I love your attack, Thorson, on the Fiend. That knocked him prone. That was cool. One of my hopes was actually he was still going to be prone, because I wanted to just drop the grate, just let it fall over onto him. But
that would have been awesome.
But because I failed my initiative, of course, he got to go before I did. So, so that was one of the attacks I like most. I'm really intrigued by a couple things that came up game-wise. So definitely the Moth. I kind of wish we kept it, to be honest. Secondly, I'm intrigued by the story about, the world story, right? That's the story about these anointed and what they're doing, how they kind of control through so much authoritarian use. And I could see, for instance, Oz was very, very interested in the outcome for the barkeep. What his story was. I could see Oz like sneaking back off there in the middle of the night, and if the guy is suffering and just dying and he's committed and he hasn't died yet, just helping him, move that process along a little bit, as long as there wasn't someone to watch. But I like that. I like that the world has a story to tell that's outside of our combat, right? It's wrapped in something like that, and that's really, really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right,
Wheel's
cool.
going to give him the nectar. Tell him it's poison. Here you go.
So the
I
nectar.
don't feel any different.
I will tell you guys. So the nectar is for the moth, and the moth will find any exit from something. And if you give them the nectar, then he'll come back. But if you don't, then he's just gone. So
But he's
that's
free
it.
now.
That's right. The moth is free, and he'll have to go find his nectar somewhere else. Will.
And Al ate it immediately.
That's what I was gonna do that because that would have been funny, but I was like, I'll give you an opportunity to maybe give him the nectar, and then he would stay and went back in the cage or something. That's what it was. Will, go ahead.
I just had a great time. I don't know of anything better to do. I mean, you do a good job. So, congrats.
Well, thanks, man.
I enjoy the Venari problem solving scheme that we have going on, which it really appeals to me. I can't help but I continually think of, I don't know if anybody's read the Abercrombie books, the Blade itself and the naked guys and whatnot. If there was humor because there was a little humor, but I could just see that. It's like, how would they solve a problem? So,
9
Are
fingers.
you talking about like Two Trees and all those guys like that, and Thunderhead? Like, it seems like those guys are modeled after like the Thule. I don't know how you say it in this game. That seems like that would be the closest. Venori are kind of inching that way, but the Thule that are in this game sound like they're kind of the barbarians that are like that would be modeled like that.
I mean, I could see it either way. It's going to depend on individually how you play your Venari, really. But yeah. I mean, there's definitely some people in there maybe earlier Venari, maybe than the era that we're playing in, but for sure some of it.
Yeah,
I do love those books.
Comparison. I like that comparison too, and the reason why it works a little bit more too is we've got 2 fighters, 2 rangers in this makeup that we've had for these 2 sessions. So there hasn't been a lot of higher thought in terms of how we do it. It's still about fighting, right?
I like the way you phrase that. Higher thought.
Higher thought. Yes, no doubt. I really tried to get into some weird mood, and no one really seemed to be too affected. You guys were just like, oh, it just seems really dangerous. You're not like, what in the hell is going on down here?
Oh no, I think that we did. Maybe we just didn't express it because there was danger with it alongside. But I think everyone was going, "What the hell is going on with these chains and stuff?" I didn't know about the chains were going to pick people up until it actually happened to Wick.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to attack people or slap them or something. And so that was kind of like, oh my life, that's not really good at all. We'll get that. I'm trying not to swear on your stream, so
it's all right. I don't mind.
The Dorsman and Quill have both been into the crypt, so going down into a strange place is sort of just accepted that it's not normal at all down there.
I think Quill just kind of looks at it as everything's just going to be weird. He already has this in his mind.
This GM is really weird. So,
do you remember the cat statues that we didn't touch? We should find a way to mess with those next time.
Something with that, yes.
Were you going to say something?
I thought it was.
Just that
those chains,
Yeah, go ahead, Will. Sorry.
Like Conan says, if it can bleed, you can kill it. So you'll see him freak out the first time that we stab something. And it's like, it's not working. Okay, we should probably leave.
Lauren, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah, I was just sorry about that. I was thinking the chains reminded me of anyone's watched Silent Hill with those like crazy chains that wrap around that creature at the end. It gets pretty frightening, but those are a little more horrifying. But there is something to what you said, though. So, right, there should be an air of dark and danger. That's why I tried to write that off as when Oz made that bad mistake there. He kind of blamed it on that dark, whatever, swirling void that we're kind of embarking on there with the absence of sound, which I really like that description. what I think there is the feel of, and this is where I think 5e. A lot of us have played Dungeons and Dragons, 5e, 4e, any of the Dungeons and Dragons stuff. It's on such a heroic scale, and that stuff becomes so commonplace that it almost crushes some of the LFG kind of components. That whereas something like that should be very remarkable and very noticeable. And I think sometimes some of the more high fantasy stuff does kind of it makes us downplay that. So I think we do have to kind of go to a headspace where we're like, no, this is really horrifying because it's not as common in this world, in this setting.
Yeah, add in some sanity rolls or something.
Well, I mean, it has a madness, but I usually let the players decide most of the time unless it has an actual effect. I mean, I've never been in a 5e game that had a room like that, so I don't know if your comparison was accurate. I don't think WotC is putting out too many chambers of atonement with a lash fiend and capturing manacles. Some people might be offended by it, maybe a little BDSM, I guess. I didn't think about it like that, but once you figure out the lore of where you're at, it'll make more sense, I would imagine. But your guys your characters aren't really, let's get to the bottom of some stuff characters.
But we know now, like, it's a really bad place. Like, essentially, the first thing we stumble into is this demon, and we saw all of that messed up stuff last time. We're obviously going to know now, like, whatever happens down there, it's not just going to be a bunch of bandits. It's
right. In all honesty, I mean, we made some money off this, but we didn't leave there with the piles of gold. Mm-hmm. And I could see someone like Oz kind of considering hedging his bets a little bit. They're like, is it worth going down there again? Because, I mean, reflecting on that was pretty horrifying. And we didn't walk away with lots of gold. If we saw piles of gold to go back to, of course. But I could see that being a thing where not so sure.
All right. Queel tells you about this tomb he was in. The payday he walked away from. It's like, you got to understand, civilized folk, they're crazy. So you're going to see a bunch of crazy stuff like there. But they have all kinds of good stuff. It's probably just I
mean, you could always go back to that place.
And Thorson will tell you the opposite story of the same place, of how a bunch of people died and he's nuts from it.
And then you'll go, don't listen to Thorson. We know he's crazy.
He's just crazy. He's that crazy uncle we have. No one's going to listen to ever again.
All right, guys. So I'd like to thank everyone for hanging out.
Thank you, Jim Hobbs.
That was awesome.
Yeah, way more time on that than I needed to. But we have a lot of story stuff going on with the Hargrave and the Faceless and the Anointed for sure. You guys seem pretty surprised when the dude was in the gibbet, though. That was the most surprised you were in the whole game, I think.
I was kind of sad for him from my point of view, but I think Baldwin was actually, these things happen.
Totally serious. That next time round that we should, Oz and I should just sneak over there and just do them in.
I thought we saw the right amount of Anointed, GM Hobbs. I thought we saw the right amount of them in that they would be all over that place. It wasn't really a shock to me as a player.
It made sense when it happened, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm not. Yeah, good job.
All right, thanks, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up with a little TJ Drennan.
It's a beautiful day in the game, a beautiful day for my gamers. Would you be one? Could you be one? Shout about plunder, but don't despair. This colony's breeding great robbers. Would you be one? Could you be one? If the 80% mortality rate works for you, for a few bucks a month you can sign up and have the Hobbs kill you. So let's make the most of another Sunday. Brew up some coffee and play it my way. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my gamers?